Tonight, life listens to your word. Let that sentence come softly into the room, like a small lamp being lit before sleep. The outer world may be growing dim. The duties of the day may be fading. The body may be asking for rest. The mind may still be carrying little fragments of conversation, memory, question, hope, or fear. But beneath all of that movement, there is a quiet law, and it never sleeps. Tonight, life listens to your word. I do not say this to make you strain. I do not say it to make you afraid of your thoughts. I say it to remind you that the word spoken in faith is a key, and the night is a door. Many lie down at night, as though sleep were only an escape from the day. They think the closing of the eyes is the end of action. But I tell you, the night is not empty. The night is a sacred gate. The outer hands may rest, but the unseen continues its work. The conscious mind may grow still, but the deeper law receives the final command. My word is my wand. Say it softly, inwardly, without force. My word is my wand. With this wand, I may bless or burden. With this wand, I may open or close. With this wand, I may repeat fear, or I may call divine order. The word is not a mere sound passing away into the air. The word is a messenger. The word is a seed. The word is a direction given to the invisible. And this is why the moments before sleep are holy. When the body becomes quiet, when the room grows still, when the world outside loses its claim upon you, the inner word becomes more powerful. It sinks deeper. It is carried inward. It enters the hidden chambers where fear and faith both try to write tomorrow's pattern. So tonight, do not give the night a word of fear. Do not give the night the old sentence, I cannot. Do not give the night the old sentence, nothing changes. Do not give the night the old sentence, there is no way. Do not give the night the old sentence, I am tired of waiting. Give the night a new word. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. Before you drift farther into this quiet teaching, take one small outward action that matches the inward decision you are making now. Subscribe to this channel, not as a restless gesture, and not as a common habit, but as a simple sign that you are choosing to return to words of faith instead of words of fear. Let it be your little declaration at the gate of sleep. I will feed my mind with divine order. So, subscribe now, and let this quiet act stand as your first agreement with the life that is beginning to answer your word under grace. Now let the body become still again. There is nothing to hurry. There is nothing to chase. There is nothing to force. The night receives my final command. What command shall it receive from you? Shall it receive the command of worry? Shall it receive the command of resentment? Shall it receive the command of lack, loss, delay, and impossibility? Or shall it receive the command of faith? Tonight, life listens to your word, not the noisy word alone, not the sentence spoken carelessly while the heart believes its opposite. Life listens to the word clothed in feeling, the word repeated in secret, the word carried into sleep. The invisible hears the language of consciousness. It responds to the name you give yourself, the name you give your good, the name you give your future, the name you give the day that has passed, and the name you give the morning that is coming. My word is my wand. If I speak fear, I send fear ahead of me. If I speak faith, I send faith ahead of me. If I speak lack, I name lack. If I speak supply, I call supply. If I speak confusion, I invite confusion. If I speak divine order, I open the way for order to appear. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. This is not the command of arrogance. It is not the human will trying to bend the heavens. It is not the little self trying to force the great law. It is the soul remembering its rightful language. It is the mouth becoming an instrument of faith. It is the heart ceasing to repeat the reports of fear and beginning to speak the truth of infinite spirit. Tonight, I do not sleep in fear. I sleep in faith. Say that very softly. I do not sleep in fear. I sleep in faith. The day may have brought questions. It may have brought duties. It may have brought a letter that troubled you, a delay that tested you, a conversation that wounded you, a bill that disturbed your peace, or a silence that seemed too long. But the day does not have the final word. Fear does not have the final word. Circumstances do not have the final word. The night receives my final command, and my final command is faith. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. Let the word life mean the whole movement of divine order. Let it mean the visible and invisible working under infinite spirit. Let it mean the road you cannot yet see, the door not yet opened, the messenger not yet arrived, the idea not yet formed, the answer already moving beneath the surface. Let it mean the great law of good that responds when the word is spoken under grace. The universe responds only as divine law responds. I do not worship the universe. I do not bow before the stars. I do not place my trust in an outer vastness without intelligence or love. Infinite spirit is the source. Divine order is the law. Grace is the way. Life responds to the word spoken in faith, because the word of faith agrees with divine law. Tonight, life listens to your word. So speak carefully, but do not speak nervously. There is a difference. Nervous watching is not faith. Fearful inspection of every thought is not faith. Condemning yourself for old words is not faith. Speak carefully means speak lovingly. Speak as one who knows the wand is sacred. Speak as one who has learned to bless instead of curse, to call instead of complain, to declare instead of beg. My word is my wand. I do not lift it against myself. I do not use it to name my life broken. I do not use it to name my future dark. I do not use it to name my good delayed forever. I do not use it to name my heart abandoned. I lift it toward divine order. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. The bed may be soft beneath the body, yet the mind may still be holding stones. Lay them down. The night is not for carrying stones. The night is not for counting old injuries. The night is not for rehearsing what went wrong. The night is not for bringing tomorrow into the room before its appointed hour. The night is a gate. Enter it with the right word. Tonight, life listens to your word. If you carry resentment into sleep, you give the night a thorn. If you carry fear into sleep, you give the night a shadow. If you carry lack into sleep, you give the night an empty vessel and call it truth. But if you carry gratitude, faith, and divine order into sleep, you give the night a seed that may grow in secret. The word before sleep is a seed. The feeling behind the word is the soil. Grace is the rain. Divine order is the hidden law of growth. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. There is no need to strain for feeling. Let feeling come through rest. Let faith be quiet. Let the command be simple. A true command under grace is not harsh. It does not shout. It does not strike the door. It does not threaten the night. It speaks and rests. Faith does not tremble at the gate. Faith enters softly. Faith says, all is well. Faith says, infinite spirit knows the way. Faith says, my word is my wand. Faith says, I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. Faith says, I do not sleep in fear. I sleep in faith. Let these words begin to replace the old inward conversation. Perhaps fear says, but what if tomorrow is the same? Answer gently. Life responds to the word of faith. Perhaps worry says, but I do not know the way. Answer gently. Infinite spirit knows the perfect way. Perhaps the mind says, but I have spoken fear before. Answer gently. Every word of fear is withdrawn, and I speak faith now. Perhaps the heart says, but I am tired. Answer gently. Then rest. Divine order works while you sleep. The night receives my final command. Let the final command be simple. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. Again, I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. Again, softer. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. Now imagine, only gently, that the words are placed at the threshold of the night, like a lamp in a window. You do not need to hold the lamp with tense hands. It shines because it is lit. You do not need to force the road to appear. A lamp simply reveals the next step. The word of faith is that lamp. My word is my wand. My word is my lamp. My word is my key. My word is my messenger. My word is my seed. My word is spoken under grace. Life responds in perfect ways. Do not think of the night as a blank emptiness. Think of it as holy quiet. Think of it as the still field where the word is planted. Think of it as the place where the conscious mind lays down its tools and infinite spirit is trusted with the work. Think of it as a chamber of divine order, where the soul is instructed in peace. Tonight, life listens to your word, and your word is not fear. Your word is not lack. Your word is not resentment. Your word is not too late. Your word is not impossible. Your word is faith. Your word is grace. Your word is divine order. Your word is perfect ways. Your word is all is well. I do not sleep in fear. I sleep in faith. Let the body hear that. Let the shoulders loosen. Let the brow smooth. Let the hands open. Let the breath become slower. Let the little anxieties of the day move farther away. They do not need to stand beside the bed tonight. They do not need to speak over your sleep. They do not need to command your morning. The night receives my final command, and my final command is faith. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. This is the beginning of a new way to sleep, not as one escaping the day, but as one blessing the unseen, not as one defeated by appearances, but as one giving divine order the final instruction, not as one asking fear what tomorrow may bring, but as one planting the word that tomorrow must answer under grace. My word is my wand. Your word has power because it gives direction to consciousness. The world may have trained you to repeat what you see, but divine law asks you to speak what is true. The world may say, tell the story of the problem. Faith says, speak the word of the answer. The world may say, describe the closed door. Faith says, declare the secret door open. The world may say, lie awake and worry. Faith says, sleep and let infinite spirit move. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. Now let the phrase become slower. I speak the word under grace, life responds in perfect ways. Again, I speak the word under grace, life responds in perfect ways. Again, more softly, the word is spoken, grace receives it, life responds, perfect ways open. There is peace in this, not excitement, not force, not a noisy attempt to command the heavens. Peace, a steady peace that says the law is good, the source is infinite spirit, the word is the wand, and the night is not wasted when it receives faith. Tonight, life listens to your word. So give life a word of blessing. Bless the day that has passed, even if it was not easy. Bless the unanswered question and place it under grace. Bless the work of your hands and release the result to divine order. Bless the money that came and bless the money that went. Bless the person you did not understand. Bless the road not yet visible. Bless the door not yet opened. Bless the morning before it arrives. The night receives my final command, and the final command is not complaint. It is blessing. I bless this night. I bless my sleep. I bless my mind. I bless my heart. I bless my body. I bless my path. I bless my good. I bless the unseen movement of divine order. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. The heart may ask, must I believe perfectly? No. Begin with the word. Let the word make a path. Begin with a small flame. Let it light the room. Begin with one sentence. Let it replace the old sentence. Begin with peace, even if it is only a little peace. Infinite Spirit can use a little willingness under grace. I do not sleep in fear. I sleep in faith. Even if faith is quiet, it is faith. Even if faith is small, it is faith. Even if faith begins as a whisper, it is faith. A whisper under grace may be stronger than a shout in fear. Tonight, life listens to your word. Let the whisper be, all is well. Let the whisper be, Infinite Spirit knows the way. Let the whisper be, my word is my wand. Let the whisper be, I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. Let the whisper be, I do not sleep in fear. I sleep in faith. Now the night is receiving a new command. The old command of fear is losing its place. The old instruction of lack is being withdrawn. The old habit of carrying the day into sleep is weakening. A new instruction is being sealed in stillness. The night receives my final command. My final command is faith. My final command is peace. My final command is divine order. My final command is grace. My final command is perfect ways. My final command is all is well. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. Let the word responds be restful. You do not need to make life respond by strain. You do not need to push the unseen. You do not need to hold the mechanism of divine law in your hands. A seed does not pull the harvest. A key does not force the lock when it belongs there. A lamp does not struggle to shine. The right word, spoken under grace, is received by the right law. Life responds in perfect ways, not always in the way fear planned, not always in the hour anxiety demanded, not always through the visible door the mind selected, but in perfect ways, in ways that bless, in ways that guide, in ways that open, in ways that protect, in ways that arrange, in ways that heal, in ways that reveal divine order. Life responds in perfect ways. Tonight, I do not control the universe. I align my word with divine law. I do not force the heavens. I speak under grace. I do not command from arrogance. I declare from faith. I do not sleep in fear. I sleep in the quiet confidence that Infinite Spirit knows the way. My word is my wand. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. The night receives my final command. I do not sleep in fear. I sleep in faith. Again, my word is my wand. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. The night receives my final command. I do not sleep in fear. I sleep in faith. Now slower. My word is my wand. I speak under grace. Life responds. The night receives faith. I sleep in faith. Let these sentences rest near the heart. The night is not empty. The night is a door. The word is not empty. The word is a wand. The silence is not empty. The silence receives. The unseen is not empty. The unseen moves under divine order. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. There is no need to fear the night. There is no need to fill it with worry in order to feel safe. Worry is not protection. Fear is not preparation. Rehearsing sorrow is not wisdom. True preparation is the right word spoken before sleep. True protection is divine order. True peace is the remembrance of infinite spirit. Tonight, life listens to your word. Let your word be kind. Let your word be faithful. Let your word be clear. Let your word be under grace. Let your word be peaceful enough to carry you into sleep. All is well. Infinite Spirit knows the way. My word is my wand. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. The night receives my final command. I do not sleep in fear. I sleep in faith. Again softly. All is well. Infinite Spirit knows the way. My word is my wand. I speak under grace. Life responds in perfect ways. I sleep in faith. Now let the room become quieter. Let the day move farther away. Let the inner word become the only word that matters. Whatever the day said, faith speaks now. Whatever fear suggested, grace answers now. Whatever the outer condition displayed, divine order is named now. The night receives my final command, and my final command is this. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. This is enough for the opening of the night. The gate has been reached. The word has been chosen. The mind has been turned from fear to faith. The invisible has received a new direction. Tonight, life listens to your word. My word is my wand. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. The night receives my final command. I do not sleep in fear. I sleep in faith, and all is well. The final word before sleep is a command. Let this be understood quietly, without fear, without strain, without any nervous watching of the mind. The final word before sleep is a command. When the room grows still and the body begins to loosen its hold upon the day, the inner word becomes very important. The world may think you are doing nothing as you lie down to rest. The outer eye may see only a person becoming quiet beneath the night. But in the unseen, a command is being given, a direction is being sent, a seed is being placed into the hidden soil. The final word before sleep is a command. Many do not know this, and so they give the night any word that fear places in their mouth. They lie down with the complaint of the day still speaking. They lie down with the memory of what hurt them. They lie down with an account of what failed, what delayed, what frightened, what disappointed, what seemed unfair. They say inwardly, "It is too hard." They say, "I do not know what will happen." They say, "Nothing ever changes." They say, "I am afraid." And then sleep receives the word. The night does not argue. The unseen receives what I speak in stillness. Say it softly. The unseen receives what I speak in stillness. This is why the soul must become wise before sleep. Not frightened, wise, not tense, awake in spirit. The word spoken in stillness enters deeply. It passes beyond the noisy surface of the mind. It goes where repeated words become beliefs, where beliefs become expectations, and where expectations begin to shape the visible road. Therefore, I do not give the night a word of fear. Let that be a gentle vow. I do not give the night a word of fear. I do not give the night my complaints as its final instruction. I do not give the night the burden of resentment. I do not give the night the name of lack. I do not give the night the picture of failure. I do not give the night the voice of helplessness. I do not give the night a trembling word and ask it to return a peaceful morning. I do not give the night a word of fear. The night is too sacred for fear's last command. Sleep is too holy a gate for worry to stand there as guard. The deeper mind is too faithful a servant to be handed a confused order. So before I sleep, I choose. I gather the word. I bless the word. I speak the word under grace. I give the night a word of faith. Say it slowly. I give the night a word of faith, not a word of panic dressed as prayer, not a word of desperation pretending to be devotion, not a word that says one thing and trembles with its opposite, a word of faith, a quiet word, a simple word, a word that remembers infinite spirit, a word that places the whole matter under divine order, a word that can be carried into sleep without disturbing the heart. I give the night a word of faith. The final word before sleep is a command. If the final word is fear, fear has been given direction. If the final word is resentment, resentment has been invited to remain. If the final word is lack, lack has been named. If the final word is I cannot, the night has been given a closed door. But if the final word is faith, faith goes before you. If the final word is grace, grace governs the way. If the final word is divine order, the unseen begins to arrange itself according to the higher pattern. My last word belongs to divine order. Let this sentence become like a key. My last word belongs to divine order, not to fear, not to the day, not to the old story, not to what one person said, not to what one door did not do, not to what one account appears to show, not to the ache of the body, the tiredness of the mind, or the shadow of tomorrow. My last word belongs to divine order, and divine order says, all is well. Divine order says, infinite spirit knows the way. Divine order says, my word is my wand. Divine order says, I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. The final word before sleep is a command. Now I ask you to notice, gently, what command you have been giving the night. Do not be harsh with yourself. There is no need for guilt. Many have fallen asleep with fear because they did not know how faithfully the night receives. Many have drifted into sleep while rehearsing sorrow because no one told them that rehearsal is a command. Many have slept with complaint in the heart because complaint had become familiar. But tonight, the command changes. I do not give the night a word of fear. Every old command of fear is withdrawn. Every old command of worry is withdrawn. Every old command of resentment is withdrawn. Every old command of lack is withdrawn. Every old command of confusion is withdrawn. Every old command of helplessness is withdrawn. I give the night a word of faith. Let the body hear this new command. The body has perhaps been trained to tighten before sleep. It has perhaps expected the night to become a chamber of worry. It has perhaps learned to lie still while the mind walks through the same old corridors of fear. But tonight, the body may rest because a new word is in authority. I give the night a word of faith. Faith does not require the body to stay awake and guard every door. Faith does not require the mind to solve what belongs to infinite spirit. Faith does not ask the heart to carry the whole day into the dark. Faith speaks, releases, and rests. The unseen receives what I speak in stillness. What shall I give the unseen now? I give it peace. I give it trust. I give it divine order. I give it grace. I give it the word of supply. I give it the word of guidance. I give it the word of perfect ways. I give it the word, all is well. The final word before sleep is a command. Let us make the command clean. Not, I hope somehow things may change. But, divine order is active now. Not, I am afraid tomorrow will be heavy. But, tomorrow is under grace. Not, I cannot see the way. But, infinite spirit knows the perfect way. Not, I am alone in this. But, I am guided, guarded, and supplied by infinite spirit. Not, life does not answer me, but I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. I do not give the night a word of fear. Fear may knock at the door of the mind. Let it knock. You need not invite it in. Fear may bring papers and accounts and memories and predictions. You need not spread them across the pillow. Fear may say, think about this until morning. You may answer, no, the night belongs to divine order. My last word belongs to divine order. This is a sacred discipline, and it is also a deep kindness. It is kindness to the body. It is kindness to the mind. It is kindness to the soul. It is kindness to the coming day. For what you give the night carries inward. What you carry inward you meet again in feeling, and what you meet again in feeling becomes the atmosphere through which tomorrow appears. So give the night faith. I give the night a word of faith. The word may be very simple, all is well. The word may be very soft. Infinite spirit knows the way. The word may be very quiet. I am safe in divine order. The word may be very brief, under grace. The word may be complete in one sentence. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. This is enough. The mind may ask for a long prayer, but the heart often needs only a true one. A long speech filled with hidden fear is not stronger than a short word filled with faith. 1,000 worried sentences cannot do the work of one calm declaration under grace. The final word before sleep is a command. Therefore, I choose a command that blesses. I choose a command that opens. I choose a command that rests. I choose a command that agrees with infinite spirit. I choose a command that does not injure another. I choose a command that does not bind the good to one narrow channel. I choose a command that allows divine order to act. I choose all is well. I choose my good comes under grace. I choose infinite spirit knows the way. I choose life responds to the word of faith. I choose I do not sleep in fear. I sleep in faith. The unseen receives what I speak in stillness. Now imagine the stillness not as emptiness, but as a quiet room in which your word is heard clearly. In the day, many voices may speak. Duties speak. People speak. Circumstances speak. Clocks speak. Letters speak. The world is filled with noise. But at night, when you are still, the word of the heart becomes distinct. It is as though the whole house of consciousness waits for the final instruction. What will you say? Say faith. Say grace. Say divine order. Say perfect ways. Say all is well. I give the night a word of faith. If the day has been difficult, all the more reason to choose the final word carefully. A troubled day must not be allowed to dictate a troubled night. A delayed answer must not be allowed to write the final command. A disappointment must not become the seed you plant before sleep. You may have felt fear during the day, but fear need not have the last word. My last word belongs to divine order. The day may have said, this is uncertain. Divine order says, the way is known. The day may have said, this is delayed. Divine order says, the timing is perfect. The day may have said, this is difficult. Divine order says, grace makes the crooked places straight. The day may have said, there is no answer. Divine order says, the answer is already moving in the unseen. The day may have said, be afraid. Divine order says, sleep in faith. My last word belongs to divine order. Now let the sentence deepen. The final word before sleep is a command. I do not give the night a word of fear. I give the night a word of faith. The unseen receives what I speak in stillness. My last word belongs to divine order. Again, the final word before sleep is a command. I do not give the night a word of fear. I give the night a word of faith. The unseen receives what I speak in stillness. My last word belongs to divine order. Now slower. The final word is a command. No fear is given to the night. Faith is given to the night. The unseen receives the word. The last word belongs to divine order. This is how the old pattern changes. Not by fighting every thought. Not by fearing the mind. Not by trying to become perfect in one night. It changes because the final word is chosen again and again. It changes because the soul learns to stop before sleep and ask, what am I commanding? It changes because the word of faith becomes more familiar than the word of fear. I do not give the night a word of fear. There may be a bill. I do not give it fear. I give it supply. There may be a question. I do not give it fear. I give it guidance. There may be a wound. I do not give it resentment. I give it release. There may be a delay. I do not give it despair. I give it divine timing. There may be an unknown road. I do not give it worry. I give it perfect ways. I give the night a word of faith. This word does not deny what must be handled tomorrow. It simply refuses to handle tomorrow with fear tonight. Tomorrow will receive its own light. Tomorrow will receive its own guidance. Tomorrow will receive its own right action. But tonight, the command is faith. Tonight, the body rests. Tonight, the mind is released. Tonight, the matter is placed under grace. The unseen receives what I speak in stillness. Then let stillness receive this. Infinite Spirit, I give this night to divine order. I give this body to rest. I give this mind to peace. I give this heart to faith. I give this need to perfect ways. I give this burden to grace. I give this question to infinite intelligence. I give this coming day to divine law. All is well. The final word before sleep is a command. Be tender with the word. Do not force it. Do not speak as though you must impress the invisible with noise. Divine law is not deaf. The word of faith may be softer than breath and still be received. The power is not in shouting. The power is in agreement with truth. I speak under grace. Life responds in perfect ways. I do not give the night fear. I give the night faith. The last word belongs to divine order. Perhaps you have often fallen asleep while reviewing what someone did or failed to do. Tonight, release them. They do not belong at the gate of your sleep. Perhaps you have often fallen asleep calculating what may go wrong. Tonight, release the calculations. They do not belong on the pillow. Perhaps you have often fallen asleep repeating an old name over yourself. Tired, poor, unwanted, behind, afraid. Tonight, withdraw those names. Give the night a new name. Peace. Give your heart a new name. Guided. Give your path a new name. Under grace. Give your future a new name. Supplied. Give your sleep a new name. Holy rest. I give the night a word of faith. The final word before sleep is a command. This command may be spoken once, if once is enough. It may be repeated gently, if repetition soothes the heart. But let it never become anxious. Do not repeat as though the first word failed. Repeat as though a lullaby is being sung to the deeper mind. Repeat as one who lets the truth settle. All is well. Again, all is well. Again, softer. All is well. Infinite Spirit knows the way. Again, Infinite Spirit knows the way. Again, softer. Infinite Spirit knows the way. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. Again, I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. Again, softer. Life responds in perfect ways. Now the command is no longer heavy. It is peaceful. It can enter sleep. It can move beneath the surface. It can become the last fragrance of the day and the first light of the morning. My last word belongs to divine order. Let that be spoken over all unfinished things. This unfinished letter belongs to divine order. This unanswered question belongs to divine order. This burden belongs to divine order. This fear is withdrawn. This worry is dismissed. This matter is under grace. My last word belongs to divine order. If the mind asks, what about the problem? Answer, it is under divine order. If the mind asks, what about tomorrow? Answer, tomorrow is under divine order. If the mind asks, what about the way? Answer, Infinite Spirit knows the way. If the mind asks, what about the result? Answer, life responds in perfect ways. If the mind asks, can I rest? Answer, yes. The final word is faith. The unseen receives what I speak in stillness. Therefore, I speak peace in stillness. I speak supply in stillness. I speak guidance in stillness. I speak healing in stillness. I speak forgiveness in stillness. I speak release in stillness. I speak divine order in stillness. I speak grace in stillness. I speak perfect ways in stillness. And the unseen receives. The final word before sleep is a command. Now let the command become very clear. I do not command fear. I command faith. I do not command lack. I command supply. I do not command confusion. I command divine order. I do not command resentment. I command release. I do not command delay as final. I command perfect timing. I do not command closed doors. I command perfect ways. I do not command heaviness. I command peace. I give the night a word of faith. This word of faith is not a denial of life. It is a higher direction given to life. It is not pretending the day did not happen. It is refusing to let the day become the law. It is not ignoring what must be done. It is placing what must be done under infinite intelligence. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. The law of the word is merciful because the word can be changed. The old final command can be replaced by a new one. You are not bound forever to yesterday's speech. Tonight is a new gate. Tonight is a new word. Tonight is a new command. I do not give the night a word of fear. I give the night a word of faith. The unseen receives what I speak in stillness. My last word belongs to divine order. Let the body settle under this. Let the feet release the road of the day. Let the hands release the work of the day. Let the eyes release the pictures of the day. Let the heart release the wounds of the day. Let the mind release the unfinished thoughts of the day. The final word before sleep is a command. And tonight, the command is not worry. The command is not fear. The command is not lack. The command is not resentment. The command is not confusion. The command is, all is well. The command is, Infinite Spirit knows the way. The command is, I sleep in faith. The command is, divine order governs all. The command is, life responds in perfect ways. I give the night a word of faith. Now let the words become slow enough to carry you toward rest. The final word before sleep is a command. I do not give the night fear. I give the night faith. The unseen receives my word. My last word belongs to divine order. Again, the final word is a command. No fear is given. Faith is given. The unseen receives. Divine order has the last word. Again, softer. No fear. Faith. Stillness receives. Divine order. All is well. Let the final word be like a letter sealed and placed upon the table of the night. You do not reopen it. You do not scratch it out. You do not add fear beneath the signature. It is sealed with faith. It is addressed to divine order. It is carried by grace. All is well. Infinite Spirit knows the way. I speak under grace. Life responds in perfect ways. I do not sleep in fear. I sleep in faith. This is the command. This is the word. This is the seed. This is the key. This is the final instruction given to the night. The final word before sleep is a command. I do not give the night a word of fear. I give the night a word of faith. The unseen receives what I speak in stillness. My last word belongs to divine order, and now the night may receive it. The heart may rest in it. The body may sleep beneath it. The mind may become quiet around it. The unseen may carry it. Divine order may answer it. All is well. All is under grace. All is moving in perfect ways. I do not carry the day into the night. Let that sentence be laid gently across the heart, like a quiet covering before sleep. I do not carry the day into the night. The day has had its hour. Its voices have spoken. Its duties have been met as well as they could be met. Its letters have been opened or left for tomorrow. Its conversations have come and gone. Its demands have passed before the mind. Its little wounds, its delays, its figures, its questions, its unfinished matters have all tried to follow you to the pillow. But tonight I tell you, they may not enter. I do not carry the day into the night. The night is not a second day. The night is not another room in which worry may continue its business. The night is not a desk where the mind must spread out every paper again. The night is not a court where old arguments must be tried once more. The night is not a marketplace where fear may bargain with the soul. The night is holy ground. The night is for faith. The night is for release. The night is for placing the burden where it belongs. I cast this burden upon Infinite Spirit, and I go free. Say it softly. I cast this burden upon Infinite Spirit, and I go free. Not because I am careless, not because I refuse right action, not because I turn away from wisdom, but because there is a time to act, and there is a time to release. There is a time to speak, and there is a time to be still. There is a time to write the letter, and there is a time to put down the pen. There is a time to handle the day, and there is a time to give the night back to God. I cast this burden upon Infinite Spirit, and I go free. Whatever the burden is, let it be named only long enough to surrender it. Do not name it again and again as though repetition would make it lighter. Do not turn it in the mind like a stone in the hand. Do not polish it with fear. Do not carry it into sleep and call that responsibility. Cast it, release it, let it go under grace. I cast this burden upon Infinite Spirit, and I go free. Perhaps the burden is a conversation that did not end in peace. Cast it upon Infinite Spirit. Perhaps the burden is money owed or money awaited. Cast it upon Infinite Spirit. Perhaps the burden is a delay. Cast it upon Infinite Spirit. Perhaps the burden is a mistake. Cast it upon Infinite Spirit. Perhaps the burden is another person's words. Cast it upon Infinite Spirit. Perhaps the burden is tomorrow's uncertainty. Cast it upon Infinite Spirit. Perhaps the burden is the feeling that you must solve everything before morning. Cast that also upon Infinite Spirit. I do not carry the day into the night. The night is not for worry. It is for faith. Let that be very gentle. The night is not for worry. It is for faith. Worry has had many hours in the lives of many people. It has sat at the table. It has walked the floors. It has followed the hands into work and the feet into the street. It has entered the purse, the letters, the home, the heart. But worry is not wisdom. Worry is not protection. Worry is not prayer. Worry is the mind trying to do the work of Infinite Spirit. The night is not for worry. It is for faith. Faith does not mean that every outer question has been answered before the eyes close. Faith means that the unanswered question is placed under divine order. Faith does not mean that every duty has disappeared. Faith means that the duty is no longer carried in fear. Faith does not mean that the way is visible. Faith means that Infinite Spirit knows the way. I release the day under grace. Say it softly. I release the day under grace. I release what was said. I release what was not said. I release what was done. I release what was left undone. I release what came. I release what did not come. I release what opened. I release what remained closed. I release the visible appearance. I release the hidden fear. I release the day under grace. This is not the release of defeat. This is the release of faith. It is the soul saying, I have carried this far enough. Infinite Spirit carries it now. It is the heart saying, I will not let the day become the master of my sleep. It is the mind saying, I will not rehearse trouble at the gate of the night. It is the word saying, divine order has the final command. I enter sleep unburdened. Let the body hear that. I enter sleep unburdened. The shoulders do not need to carry the day. The hands do not need to hold the unfinished work. The face does not need to wear tomorrow's concern. The breath does not need to tighten around old words. The heart does not need to sleep beneath stones. I enter sleep unburdened. Imagine, quietly, that every worry of the day is a parcel. Some are large, some are small, some are tied with old string. Some have been carried for years. Some were gathered only this morning. Some belong to money. Some belong to love. Some belong to work. Some belong to health. Some belong to memory. Some do not even belong to you, but you picked them up because fear told you to carry them. Now place them down, one by one, not in anger, not in despair, in faith. I cast this burden upon Infinite Spirit, and I go free. There is a hand greater than yours. There is a wisdom greater than yours. There is an order greater than the day's disorder. There is a way known to infinite intelligence. You do not become stronger by refusing to release. You become free by giving the burden to its rightful keeper. I do not carry the day into the night. The day may have brought noise, but the night may bring stillness. The day may have brought questions, but the night may bring faith. The day may have brought strain, but the night may bring grace. The day may have brought delay, but the night may bring divine timing. The day may have brought fear, but the night may receive a new command. I release the day under grace. Do not think that releasing the day means losing the lesson. What is needed will remain in wisdom. What is not needed will fall away in peace. You do not need to remember every hurt in order to be protected. You do not need to repeat every mistake in order to learn. You do not need to hold resentment in order to preserve dignity. You do not need to keep fear awake in order to be ready. Infinite Spirit is ready. Divine order is ready. Grace is ready. The night is not for worry. It is for faith. If someone spoke harshly, release them under grace. If you spoke harshly, release yourself under grace. If a matter did not resolve, release it under grace. If a channel did not answer, release it under grace. If the day seemed heavy, release it under grace. Nothing is helped by carrying it into the sacred place of sleep. I release the day under grace. Now let the old arguments go quiet. You do not need to answer them tonight. You do not need to win them tonight. You do not need to explain yourself tonight. You do not need to prove your innocence to the darkness. You do not need to persuade memory. You do not need to reopen the door. I cast this burden upon Infinite Spirit, and I go free. The word free is important. To cast the burden is not merely to place it somewhere else and then stare at it. To cast the burden is to let the soul step away from it. It is to stop circling the matter. It is to stop using the night to repeat the day. It is to go free in consciousness before the outer appearance has fully changed. I go free. I go free from worry. I go free from resentment. I go free from fear. I go free from the day's unfinished business. I go free from the old command. I go free under grace. I enter sleep unburdened. Let the mind rest in that permission. It is permitted to rest. It is permitted not to solve. It is permitted not to calculate. It is permitted not to defend. It is permitted not to predict. It is permitted not to make tomorrow safe by worrying about it tonight. The night is not for worry. It is for faith. Faith says, lay it down. Faith says, Infinite Spirit knows. Faith says, divine order works in the unseen. Faith says, the burden is not yours to carry into sleep. Faith says, all is under grace. Faith says, all is well. I release the day under grace. Perhaps there were accounts to consider. Bless them and release them. Perhaps there were duties not yet completed. Bless them and release them. Perhaps there was a letter you expected. Bless it and release it. Perhaps there was a door that did not open. Bless it and release it. Perhaps there was a silence that troubled you. Bless it and release it. What is blessed is no longer feared in the same way. What is released is no longer carried in the same way. What is placed under grace is no longer ruled by the old anxiety. I cast this burden upon Infinite Spirit, and I go free. Now say it over the mind. Mind, you may rest. I cast this burden upon Infinite Spirit, and I go free. Say it over the heart. Heart, you may soften. I cast this burden upon Infinite Spirit, and I go free. Say it over the body. Body, you may sleep. I cast this burden upon Infinite Spirit, and I go free. Say it over the future. Future, you are under grace. I cast this burden upon Infinite Spirit, and I go free. Say it over the night. Night, receive faith, not worry. I cast this burden upon Infinite Spirit, and I go free. I do not carry the day into the night. The day is finished for now. Even if its matters are not fully finished, its authority over this hour is finished. The lamp of the day is lowered. The door of the day is closed gently. The soul does not slam it. It does not curse it. It closes it under grace. I release the day under grace. Now the night may open. The night opens like a quiet garden. One does not drag ledgers, arguments, and heavy burdens into a garden of peace. One enters softly. One breathes. One listens. One allows the living law of divine order to do what human strain cannot do. The night is not for worry. It is for faith. There may be tomorrow's work, but not now. There may be tomorrow's answer, but not now. There may be tomorrow's step, but not now. There may be tomorrow's conversation, but not now. There may be tomorrow's duty, but not now. Now is for release. Now is for faith. Now is for casting the burden. Now is for sleep. I enter sleep unburdened. Let this become a command to the deeper mind. I enter sleep unburdened. No resentment comes with me. No fear comes with me. No argument comes with me. No bill comes with me. No delay comes with me. No old sorrow comes with me. No burden comes with me. I enter sleep unburdened. The burden has been placed upon Infinite Spirit. The burden is under grace. The burden is in the hands of divine order. The burden is no longer the pillow of my mind. I go free. The human will says, hold it tightly, or it will fall apart. Faith says, release it, and divine order can arrange it. The human will says, think of it all night, or you will be unprepared. Faith says, rest, and infinite intelligence will guide the right action. The human will says, you must carry this alone. Faith says, cast the burden upon Infinite Spirit. I cast this burden upon Infinite Spirit, and I go free. Let no one think this is weakness. It is strength to know where the burden belongs. It is strength to stop bowing to worry. It is strength to refuse to make the night a servant of fear. It is strength to say, I have done what I can for this hour. Infinite Spirit does what I cannot. I release the day under grace. Now release the places where the day still clings. Release the words spoken by others. Release the words you wish you had spoken. Release the anxious glance. Release the delayed answer. Release the unexpected difficulty. Release the moment of fear. Release the small discouragement. Release the secret heaviness. Release the need to understand everything tonight. Release the day under grace. I do not carry the day into the night, again. I do not carry the day into the night, again, softer. I do not carry the day into the night. Now let the phrase deepen. The day is released. The burden is cast. The night is for faith. I enter sleep unburdened. There is nothing noble about carrying worry into sleep. There is nothing practical about allowing fear to give instructions to the unseen. There is nothing useful about repeating pain until it becomes a command. The sacred use of night is to surrender the false command and give the final word to divine order. My last word belongs to divine order. Therefore, I do not end the day with complaint. I end it with release. I do not end the day with fear. I end it with faith. I do not end the day with resentment. I end it with blessing. I do not end the day with strain. I end it under grace. I release the day under grace. If the day was joyful, bless it and release it. If the day was difficult, bless it and release it. If the day was ordinary, bless it and release it. If the day brought success, bless it and release it. If the day brought disappointment, bless it and release it. Nothing is to be held so tightly that it steals the peace of the night. The night is not for worry, it is for faith. Now let the burden be cast in one clean sentence. I cast this burden upon Infinite Spirit, and I go free, again. I cast this burden upon Infinite Spirit, and I go free, again more gently. I cast this burden upon Infinite Spirit, and I go free. Do not take it back. If the mind reaches for it, speak again. I cast this burden upon Infinite Spirit, and I go free. If the heart tightens around it, speak again. I cast this burden upon Infinite Spirit, and I go free. If fear says, but what if, speak again. I cast this burden upon Infinite Spirit, and I go free. If the night becomes quiet, and the old thought tries to return, speak softly. I cast this burden upon Infinite Spirit, and I go free. The repetition is not fear, it is release. Each time you say it, the hand opens a little more. Each time you say it, the body remembers it is not the bearer of the world. Each time you say it, the mind steps back from the false throne of worry. I go free. The night is not for worry, it is for faith. Let the old day dissolve now. See it as a road behind you, not a weight upon you. You walked as far as you could today. Perhaps you walked bravely. Perhaps you walked with trembling steps. Perhaps you stumbled. Perhaps you stood still. Still, the day is behind you now. Do not carry the road into the bed. I release the day under grace. The night has its own ministry. It quiets. It restores. It receives the word of faith. It gives the deeper mind a holy instruction. It allows the unseen to move without the interference of constant fear. I enter sleep unburdened. To enter sleep unburdened is to make room for divine order. A crowded heart cannot easily receive peace. A clenched hand cannot easily receive supply. A mind full of yesterday cannot easily hear tomorrow's guidance. Release is preparation. I release the day under grace. I release the burden to Infinite Spirit. I release the channel to divine order. I release the timing to perfect ways. I release the people involved to grace. I release myself from fear. I enter sleep unburdened. Now let peace replace the burden. Where worry was, let there be faith. Where resentment was, let there be release. Where fear was, let there be trust. Where confusion was, let there be divine order. Where heaviness was, let there be rest. Where the day was, let there be the night. Where strain was, let there be grace. I do not carry the day into the night. The mind may say, but the matter is important. Answer, then it belongs to infinite spirit. The mind may say, but I must remember. Answer, divine intelligence remembers all that is needed. The mind may say, but I must control the outcome. Answer, divine order controls what fear cannot. The mind may say, but if I sleep, I am doing nothing. Answer, sleep in faith is not nothing, it is trust. The mind may say, but I am afraid. Answer, I cast this burden upon infinite spirit, and I go free. The night is not for worry, it is for faith. Now the words may become slower. I do not carry the day into the night. I cast this burden upon infinite spirit, and I go free. The night is not for worry, it is for faith. I release the day under grace. I enter sleep unburdened. Again, I do not carry the day into the night. I cast this burden upon infinite spirit, and I go free. The night is not for worry, it is for faith. I release the day under grace. I enter sleep unburdened, now softer. The day is released, the burden is cast. The night is faith, all is under grace. I enter sleep unburdened. Let the breath follow the release. Breathing in, peace. Breathing out, the day. Breathing in, grace. Breathing out, the burden. Breathing in, faith. Breathing out, worry. Breathing in, divine order. Breathing out, all strain. I enter sleep unburdened. There is no need to hold the body awake to prove that you care. You care more truly when you place the matter under divine guidance. There is no need to keep the mind moving to prove that you are responsible. You are more responsible when you stop feeding fear and allow the right word to govern the night. I do not carry the day into the night. Now bless the day before you release it. Day, I bless you. I bless what was given. I bless what was learned. I bless what was unclear. I bless what was delayed. I bless what was difficult. I bless what was beautiful. I bless what I understood. I bless what I did not understand. I place you under grace. I release you. The day is released. The night opens. The burden is cast. The soul goes free. I cast this burden upon infinite spirit, and I go free. Again, gently. I cast this burden upon infinite spirit, and I go free. Again, almost like a whisper. I cast this burden upon infinite spirit, and I go free. Now enter sleep as one who has laid down the load at the right door. You need not guard it. You need not stand beside it. You need not explain it further. Infinite spirit knows the heart of the matter. Infinite intelligence knows the solution. Divine order knows the perfect way. I release the day under grace. I enter sleep unburdened. The night is not for worry, it is for faith. And faith says, all is well. Faith says, infinite spirit knows the way. Faith says, the burden is cast. Faith says, the day is released. Faith says, I sleep in peace. Faith says, life responds in perfect ways. Let this be the final feeling. The day is not denied, but it is released. The burden is not ignored, but it is cast. The night is not empty, but it is filled with faith. The soul is not abandoned, but held by infinite spirit. I do not carry the day into the night. I cast this burden upon infinite spirit, and I go free. The night is not for worry, it is for faith. I release the day under grace. I enter sleep unburdened. Now rest. The day is behind you, the night is before you. The burden is not upon you. Infinite spirit receives it. Divine order governs it. Grace surrounds it. Faith has the final word. I enter sleep unburdened. All is under grace. All is being arranged in perfect ways. All is well. Every word of fear is withdrawn. Let this be spoken softly tonight, not as a punishment, but as a release. Every word of fear is withdrawn. There is no blame in this. There is no need to condemn yourself because fear once spoke through you. Fear has spoken through many hearts. It has spoken in the night, in the morning, beside the table, over letters, over money, over health, over love, over the future. It has spoken when the hand trembled, when the way seemed hidden, when the answer was delayed, when the heart was tired. But tonight, fear is not punished. Fear is released. Every word of fear is withdrawn. The old word, I cannot, is withdrawn. The old word, it is too late, is withdrawn. The old word, nothing changes, is withdrawn. The old word, I am afraid, is withdrawn. The old word, there is no way, is withdrawn. The old word I am alone is withdrawn. The old word my good is far away is withdrawn. The old word life does not answer me is withdrawn. Every word of fear is withdrawn. Do not pull these words out of the heart roughly. Do not tear at them. Do not make another fear out of fearing fear. Simply withdraw them, as one removes old letters from a drawer before placing there a clean and blessed message. Simply gather them, as one gathers ashes from a cold hearth before lighting a new flame. They had their hour. They are no longer needed. I no longer send fear into the night. Say it gently. I no longer send fear into the night. The night is too sacred to be filled with fear's instructions. The stillness is too faithful to be given a trembling command. The deeper mind receives what is repeated in silence, and so I become wise and kind with my word before sleep. I no longer send fear into the night. I do not send fear ahead of me into tomorrow. I do not send fear ahead of me into my work. I do not send fear ahead of me into my body. I do not send fear ahead of me into my home. I do not send fear ahead of me into my money. I do not send fear ahead of me into the path I cannot yet see. I send faith. I send grace. I send divine order. I send peace. I send the word spoken under grace. I cancel the command of worry. Let this sentence be clear, but peaceful. I cancel the command of worry. Worry has tried to command much. It has tried to command the body to stay awake. It has tried to command the mind to repeat every problem. It has tried to command the heart to prepare for loss. It has tried to command the night to carry fear into the unseen. But worry is not my master. Worry is not my wisdom. Worry is not divine intelligence. I cancel the command of worry. The command, lie awake and be afraid, is cancelled. The command, repeat the old scene, is cancelled. The command, expect the worst, is cancelled. The command, carry the burden alone, is cancelled. The command, nothing will change, is cancelled. The command, there is no answer, is cancelled. The command, you are outside divine supply, is cancelled. The command of worry is cancelled. Fear has no final word over me. Say it softly, as though placing a seal upon the night. Fear has no final word over me. Fear may have spoken earlier, but it does not speak last. Fear may have visited the mind, but it does not remain as king. Fear may have knocked at the door, but it is not invited to sit by the bed. Fear may have raised its voice during the day, but the night belongs to faith. Fear has no final word over me. The final word belongs to divine order. The final word belongs to grace. The final word belongs to infinite spirit. The final word belongs to peace. The final word belongs to faith. I speak only the word of faith. Let the body settle as this is spoken. I speak only the word of faith. Not because I am afraid of making a mistake. Not because I must watch every passing thought like a frightened guard, but because I know my word is my wand. I know the spoken word goes forth. I know the unseen receives what is spoken in stillness. I know the night takes deeply what the soul gives it before sleep. So I choose the word of faith. I speak only the word of faith. If fear says I cannot, faith says infinite spirit works through me. If fear says it is too late, faith says divine timing is perfect. If fear says nothing changes, faith says divine order is active now. If fear says I am afraid, faith says I am held under grace. If fear says there is no way, faith says the perfect way opens. If fear says I am alone, faith says infinite spirit is with me. If fear says the answer is lost, faith says the answer begins in the invisible. Every word of fear is withdrawn. There is no guilt in withdrawing it. If the mouth has spoken fear, bless the mouth and give it a new word. If the mind has repeated fear, bless the mind and give it a new command. If the heart has believed fear, bless the heart and give it rest. If the body has carried fear, bless the body and let it sleep. This is not a night of judgment. This is a night of release. I no longer send fear into the night. The night shall not receive my trembling. It shall receive my trust. The night shall not receive my complaint. It shall receive my blessing. The night shall not receive my old story. It shall receive my new word. The night shall not receive my panic. It shall receive divine order. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. Let that sentence replace the old ones. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. If a fearful picture appears, do not wrestle with it. Do not stare at it. Do not ask why it came. Speak the word of faith, and let the picture fade. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. If the mind returns to a problem from the day, do not follow it through all its corridors. Speak the word of faith, and return to peace. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. If the body tightens, do not accuse it. It has learned tension from old fear. Speak gently to it. All is well. Infinite Spirit knows the way. I release fear under grace. I sleep in faith. Every word of fear is withdrawn. Now let us withdraw the word I cannot. This word has closed many doors in the mind before the hand ever reached them. It has stood like a small guard at the entrance of good. Tonight it is dismissed. I cannot is withdrawn. I can, through Infinite Spirit. The way can open. The good can appear. The right action can be shown. The right word can be spoken. The right door can open under grace. The word I cannot is withdrawn. Now let us withdraw the word it is too late. This word belongs to fear's clock, not to divine timing. Infinite Spirit is not late. Divine order is not delayed by appearances. The perfect hour is known. It is too late is withdrawn. Divine timing is perfect. The appointed hour is blessed. The good that belongs to me by divine right cannot be lost. The right way opens under grace. The word it is too late is withdrawn. Now let us withdraw the word nothing changes. This word does not understand the invisible. It judges by the surface and ignores the hidden movement of divine law. Many things change before the eye sees them. A seed changes under the soil. A road is prepared before the traveler steps upon it. A door may open in divine mind before the hand touches it. Nothing changes is withdrawn. Divine order is active now. Life responds to the word of faith. The unseen is moving before the seen appears. The word nothing changes is withdrawn. Now let us withdraw the word I am afraid. Fear may have been felt, but it need not be named as your identity. A passing cloud is not the sky. A trembling moment is not the soul. You may have felt fear, but you are not fear. I am afraid is withdrawn. I am safe in divine order. I am guided by Infinite Spirit. I am surrounded by grace. I am held in perfect peace. The word I am afraid is withdrawn. I cancel the command of worry. Worry gives false commands. It says remain awake. It says repeat the trouble. It says do not trust. It says you must carry everything. It says think again, fear again, imagine again. But the command of worry is cancelled now. It does not govern the night. I cancel the command of worry, and I give a new command: rest, faith, grace, divine order, perfect ways, all is well. The final command is not worry. The final command is faith. Fear has no final word over me. Let the heart receive that with great tenderness. Even if fear has been loud, faith may still speak last. Even if fear has spoken all day, faith may still speak before sleep. Even if fear has built many pictures, one word under grace may begin to dissolve them. Fear has no final word over me. The old fear says, remember what went wrong. Faith says, I release the day under grace. The old fear says, prepare for trouble. Faith says, Infinite Spirit prepares the way. The old fear says, you are unsafe. Faith says, I am safe in divine order. The old fear says, no one hears you. Faith says, the unseen receives the word spoken in stillness. The old fear says, sleep with me. Faith says, no, I sleep in peace. I speak only the word of faith. Now let the word of faith be very simple. All is well. Again, all is well. Again, softer. All is well. Let it move through the body. All is well in my mind. All is well in my heart. All is well in my sleep. All is well in my path. All is well in my unseen good. All is well under grace. Every word of fear is withdrawn. Another word of faith may be, Infinite Spirit knows the way. Say it softly. Infinite Spirit knows the way. When the mind does not know, Infinite Spirit knows. When the eyes do not see, Infinite Spirit sees. When the road appears hidden, Infinite Spirit knows the road. When the answer seems delayed, Infinite Spirit knows the appointed hour. Infinite Spirit knows the way. I no longer send fear into the night. Instead, I send this word. Infinite Spirit knows the way. Another word of faith may be, my word is my wand. Say it gently. My word is my wand. I do not use it against my good. I do not use it to name fear. I do not use it to call lack. I do not use it to strengthen worry. I lift it toward divine order, and I speak only the word of faith. My word is my wand. I cancel the command of worry. Now let us replace fear with a word of grace. All is under grace. Say it softly. All is under grace. The day is under grace. The night is under grace. The burden is under grace. The unanswered question is under grace. The body is under grace. The money is under grace. The future is under grace. All is under grace. Fear has no final word over me. Grace has the final word. Faith has the final word. Divine order has the final word. I speak only the word of faith. Perhaps the mind asks, but what if fear returns? Then withdraw it again. No fear is too old to be withdrawn. No worried command is too strong for the word of faith. Do not be discouraged by returning thoughts. Each return is another opportunity to choose the wand rightly. If fear returns, I return to faith. If worry returns, I cancel its command. If the old sentence returns, I withdraw it. If the shadow returns, I light the lamp. If the night grows quiet and fear tries to enter, I speak softly. All is well. Infinite Spirit knows the way. I sleep in faith. The word of fear is withdrawn. I no longer send fear into the night. This is a gentle discipline. It does not make the mind harsh. It makes the mind holy. It does not create strain. It creates direction. It does not demand perfection. It asks for a final word of faith. The final word before sleep is a command. Therefore, I choose well. Every word of fear is withdrawn. I no longer send fear into the night. I cancel the command of worry. Fear has no final word over me. I speak only the word of faith. Again, every word of fear is withdrawn. I no longer send fear into the night. I cancel the command of worry. Fear has no final word over me. I speak only the word of faith. Now slower. Fear is withdrawn. No fear enters the night. Worry is cancelled. Fear has no final word. Faith speaks now. Let these words become like a quiet sweeping of the inner room. The dust of fear is removed. The papers of worry are put away. The windows of the heart are opened to peace. The lamp of faith is lit. The room is ready for sleep. I speak only the word of faith. Faith says, all is well. Faith says, the way is known. Faith says, the burden is cast. Faith says, the day is released. Faith says, life responds in perfect ways. Faith says, I sleep under grace. Faith says, I wake under divine order. Faith says, Infinite Spirit is here. Every word of fear is withdrawn. Do not think the old words must be fought one by one all night. Speak the central word, and let the lesser fears gather themselves and depart. One lamp can remove much darkness. One true word can quiet many false ones. One command under grace can replace a crowd of anxious suggestions. I cancel the command of worry. The command of worry over my sleep is cancelled. The command of worry over my body is cancelled. The command of worry over my money is cancelled. The command of worry over my future is cancelled. The command of worry over my relationships is cancelled. The command of worry over my path is cancelled. The command of worry over my good is cancelled. Divine order governs all. Fear has no final word over me. Let the sentence become very personal, very kind. Fear has no final word over my heart. Fear has no final word over my mind. Fear has no final word over my body. Fear has no final word over my sleep. Fear has no final word over my tomorrow. Fear has no final word over my good. Fear has no final word over my life. Infinite Spirit has the final word. Divine order has the final word. Faith has the final word. Grace has the final word. All is well. I speak only the word of faith. Now let the body rest deeper. The body has perhaps served all day beneath the pressure of fearful words. Bless it now with gentler ones. Body, you are safe. Mind, you are quiet. Heart, you are held. Sleep, you are blessed. Night, you are under grace. Tomorrow, you are supplied. Path, you are guided. Life, you respond in perfect ways. I speak only the word of faith. The old fear was never your true voice. It was a borrowed voice. It was learned from appearances, from anxious rooms, from hurried footsteps, from old disappointments. But the true voice of the soul is the voice of faith. It speaks from infinite spirit. It speaks from divine order. It speaks from the unseen truth, not the passing appearance. Every word of fear is withdrawn. The true word remains. All is well. Infinite Spirit knows the way. I speak under grace. Life responds in perfect ways. I sleep in faith. I wake in divine order. I no longer send fear into the night. Send blessing into the night. Send peace into the night. Send trust into the night. Send divine order into the night. Send gratitude into the night. Send faith into the night. The night receives what is given. Give it faith. I give the night faith. I give the night peace. I give the night grace. I give the night divine order. I give the night the word that all is well. Now the cleansing is nearly complete. Not because every old thought has been chased away by effort, but because the ruling word has changed. Fear is no longer the ruler. Worry is no longer the commander. The night is no longer instructed by panic. The last word belongs to faith. I cancel the command of worry. Fear has no final word over me. I speak only the word of faith. Again, softly, I cancel the command of worry. Fear has no final word over me. I speak only the word of faith. Now softer. Worry is cancelled. Fear is withdrawn. Faith speaks. All is well. Let the words become almost like breath. All is well. Under grace. Divine order. Perfect ways. All is well. Under grace. Divine order. Perfect ways. If the heart can hold only one phrase now, let it be this. All is well. If the mind needs another, let it be this. Infinite Spirit knows the way. If the soul asks for the central command, let it be this. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. Every word of fear is withdrawn. I no longer send fear into the night. I cancel the command of worry. Fear has no final word over me. I speak only the word of faith. The night is clean now. The word is clear now. The heart is softer now. The body is safer now. The unseen receives faith now. And the final command is peace. All is well. All is under grace. All is moving in divine order. All is guided in perfect ways. I do not sleep in fear. I sleep in faith. I sleep in peace. I sleep under grace. Gratitude opens the invisible door. Let that sentence enter the heart quietly tonight. Gratitude opens the invisible door. Not the noisy gratitude that tries to bargain with life. Not the anxious gratitude that says thank you, while secretly fearing there will be no more. Not the hurried gratitude spoken only with the lips. I speak of the deep, peaceful recognition that Infinite Spirit has already given, already protected, already guided, already provided, and is still providing in ways seen and unseen. Gratitude opens the invisible door. When the heart is frightened, it looks only at what seems absent. It looks at the empty place on the table. It looks at the unanswered letter. It looks at the money not yet received. It looks at the door not yet opened. It looks at the thing delayed, the word not spoken, the promise not fulfilled. Fear makes the eye narrow. It teaches the soul to search for lack, and then call that searching wisdom. But gratitude widens the vision. Gratitude says, look again. Gratitude says there is good here. Gratitude says divine supply is already present. Gratitude says the door is not closed. The invisible door is opening. I bless the good already given. Say it softly. I bless the good already given. I bless the roof above me. I bless the bed that receives me. I bless the breath that moves through me. I bless the lamp that has given light. I bless the bread that has fed me. I bless the water that has refreshed me. I bless the hands that have worked. I bless the feet that have carried me. I bless the heart that has endured. I bless the unseen protection of the day. I bless the good already given. This is not a small thing. Many pass over present good because they are staring at future fear. They do not bless the cup because they are thinking of the cupboard. They do not bless the coin because they are thinking of the debt. They do not bless the bed because they are thinking of tomorrow's road. They do not bless the quiet because they are thinking of yesterday's noise. But what is not blessed is not fully received. So tonight, receive. I bless the good already given. Thankfulness prepares the way for increase. Let that sentence rest in the mind. Thankfulness prepares the way for increase. When I bless what is already in my hand, I am no longer speaking from emptiness. When I bless the small beginning, I make room for the greater unfolding. When I bless the first light, I invite the full day. When I bless the seed, I agree with the harvest. When I bless the present supply, I cease to insult Infinite Spirit by calling my life barren. Thankfulness prepares the way for increase. It is not that gratitude bribes divine law. It is not that Infinite Spirit must be persuaded to be good. Infinite Spirit is already good. Divine supply is already present. Gratitude opens me to what fear had closed me against. Gratitude removes the veil of complaint. Gratitude makes the heart receptive. Gratitude turns the face from lack to blessing. I see the gifts of Infinite Spirit. Say it gently. I see the gifts of Infinite Spirit. I see the gift of this breath. I see the gift of this night. I see the gift of this resting place. I see the gift of the strength that brought me through the day. I see the gift of the lesson, even if it was hidden. I see the gift of the protection I did not notice. I see the gift of the bread, the water, the shelter, the warmth, the quiet. I see the gifts of Infinite Spirit. Perhaps the day was not easy. Bless what can be blessed. Perhaps the heart was troubled. Bless the courage that remained. Perhaps money seemed uncertain. Bless the supply that did appear. Perhaps a door did not open. Bless the protection of a door not forced. Perhaps someone disappointed you. Bless the freedom to release them under grace. Perhaps the answer did not come. Bless the unseen answer forming in divine order. I bless the good already given. This blessing changes the atmosphere before sleep. The mind cannot easily remain in panic while it is truly blessing. The heart cannot cling so tightly to absence while it is naming gifts. Gratitude is a holy turning. It takes the soul by the hand and says, "Do not sleep with your face toward lack. Turn toward infinite spirit." Gratitude opens the invisible door. There are doors that do not open to fear. Fear stands before them and complains. Fear strikes them. Fear says, "Why are you shut?" Fear says, "I have been forgotten." Fear says, "There is nothing here," and the door remains hidden. But gratitude has a key. Gratitude says, "Thank you for the good already given." Gratitude says, "Thank you for the way already prepared." Gratitude says, "Thank you for the answer moving in the unseen." Gratitude says, "Thank you, Infinite Spirit, for supply under grace." And the invisible door begins to open. What I bless is multiplied under grace. Let this be a peaceful law in the mind. What I bless is multiplied under grace. When I bless money, I no longer fear money. When I bless work, I no longer curse work. When I bless the home, I no longer call it insufficient. When I bless the food, I no longer eat in anxiety. When I bless the bed, I no longer lie down as one abandoned. When I bless the small, I stop making smallness my God. What I bless is multiplied under grace. This does not mean I count blessings as a desperate trick. No. I bless because blessing is my true language. I bless because my word is my wand. I bless because what is placed under grace becomes free to serve divine order. I bless because resentment blocks the heart, and gratitude opens it. I bless the good already given. Now bless the roof. This roof is blessed. This shelter is blessed. This place of rest is blessed. This room is under divine order. This night is under grace. I see the gifts of infinite spirit. Now bless the bed. This bed is blessed. This rest is blessed. This body is allowed to sleep. This night holds me in peace. I enter sleep under grace. I bless the good already given. Now bless the breath. This breath is blessed. This breath is life. This breath is quiet. This breath is given. This breath is enough for this moment. I see the gifts of infinite spirit. Now bless the food that has sustained you. The bread is blessed. The water is blessed. The nourishment is blessed. The table is blessed. The hands that prepared and received are blessed. Divine supply has already appeared. I bless the good already given. Now bless the money that has come, however small or great. The money that came is blessed. The money that served is blessed. The money that paid is blessed. The money that went out in right use is blessed. The money that returns under grace is blessed. Money is blessed and rightly circulated. What I bless is multiplied under grace. Do not despise what has already been given. A small coin blessed is better than a large sum cursed by fear. A simple meal blessed is better than a feast eaten in complaint. A quiet room blessed is better than a palace filled with anxiety. Blessing reveals abundance where fear saw only insufficiency. Gratitude opens the invisible door. The heart may say, "But I wanted more." Bless what is here. The mind may say, "But this is not enough." Bless what is here. Fear may say, "But tomorrow is uncertain." Bless what is here. Complaint may say, "But life has not answered." Bless what is here. When you bless what is here, you stop calling yourself outside divine supply. You stop standing in the language of absence. You enter the language of recognition. I see the gifts of infinite spirit. This is not a refusal to receive more. It is preparation to receive more rightly. The ungrateful heart may receive and still feel poor. The grateful heart may begin with little and already feel the presence of divine supply. Gratitude is not the end of desire. It is the purification of desire. It removes grasping and replaces it with trust. Thankfulness prepares the way for increase. Increase under grace. Increase without fear. Increase without greed. Increase without harm. Increase through perfect ways. Increase that blesses all concerned. Increase that comes from infinite spirit. Thankfulness prepares the way for increase before sleep. Let gratitude be simple. Do not make it a task. Do not turn it into a heavy duty. Let it be like placing 3 flowers upon an altar in the heart. 1 flower for the good that came. 1 flower for the good that remained. 1 flower for the good that is coming under grace. I bless the good already given. Thank you for this breath. Thank you for this rest. Thank you for this shelter. Thank you for the unseen protection of the day. Thank you for the supply already present. Thank you for the way already opening. Thank you for divine order moving now. Thank you, Infinite Spirit. Let thank you become very quiet. Thank you, thank you, Thank you, not as repetition without feeling, but as a soft opening of the heart. Thank you for the seen. Thank you for the unseen. Thank you for what I understood. Thank you for what I did not yet understand. Thank you for what came easily. Thank you for what taught me trust. Thank you for every evidence that I am not outside divine supply. I see the gifts of infinite spirit. The gifts are not always loud. A gift may be the strength to finish the day. A gift may be the impulse to forgive. A gift may be the thought that arrives in stillness. A gift may be the closed door that protected you. A gift may be a small provision at the right time. A gift may be a friend's word. A gift may be the quiet after worry. A gift may be the ability to begin again. I see the gifts of infinite spirit. The anxious mind says, look at what is missing. Gratitude says, look at what is given. The anxious mind says, there is not enough. Gratitude says, divine supply is already here. The anxious mind says, I am forgotten. Gratitude says, I have been carried through this day. The anxious mind says, what if tomorrow fails? Gratitude says, infinite spirit is already in tomorrow. The anxious mind says, the door is shut. Gratitude says, the invisible door opens under grace. Gratitude opens the invisible door. Now place gratitude upon the day you are releasing. Day, I bless you. I bless your lessons. I bless your provisions. I bless your protection. I bless your unfinished matters and place them under grace. I bless your gifts, seen and unseen. I bless what came. I bless what did not come. I bless what is being arranged beyond my sight. I release you in gratitude. The heart that thanks can release more easily. Complaint keeps the day alive. Resentment ties the soul to the old scene. Fear reopens the door to what has already passed. But gratitude closes the day gently and opens the night peacefully. I bless the good already given. What I bless is multiplied under grace. Now bless the people who crossed your path. Not all may have been easy. Bless them anyway, not because you approve of every word or action, but because blessing frees you from carrying them into sleep. I bless all concerned. I release all concerned. I place all concerned under grace. I forgive, and I go free. I bless the good already given. If someone was kind, bless them. If someone was difficult, release them. If someone helped you, bless them. If someone disappointed you, place them under grace. If someone's silence troubled you, release them to divine order. Do not carry people into the night as burdens. Bless and release. Gratitude opens the invisible door. Now bless your own heart. Heart, you have carried much. Heart, you are blessed. Heart, you may rest. Heart, you may stop looking only at absence. Heart, you may see the gifts of infinite spirit. Heart, you may sleep in gratitude. I bless the good already given. Now bless your mind. Mind, you do not need to count worries. Mind, you may count blessings. Mind, you do not need to rehearse fear. Mind, you may repeat faith. Mind, you do not need to search for lack. Mind, you may recognize divine supply. I see the gifts of infinite spirit. Now bless your body. Body, you are blessed. Body, you carried me through the day. Body, you may rest now. Body, you are not a servant of fear tonight. Body, you are held under grace. I bless the good already given. Thankfulness prepares the way for increase. This increase may begin as peace. Do not overlook peace. Peace is a great increase for the anxious heart. It may begin as sleep. Do not overlook sleep. Sleep under grace restores more than effort under fear. It may begin as clarity in the morning. Do not overlook clarity. A clear thought may open a new road. It may begin as a small sign of order. Do not overlook small order. The seed is small before it becomes the harvest. Thankfulness prepares the way for increase. I am thankful before the increase is visible. I am thankful while the way is forming. I am thankful while the door is opening in divine mind. I am thankful while the answer travels through the unseen. I am thankful while infinite spirit selects the perfect way. I am thankful now. This is not pretending that everything is already visibly complete. It is acknowledging that divine supply is already present, and that the visible must follow the invisible in its appointed way. Gratitude does not demand proof before it blesses. Gratitude blesses, and the proof unfolds under grace. What I bless is multiplied under grace. Therefore I bless this night. This night is blessed. This sleep is blessed. This silence is blessed. This word is blessed. This breath is blessed. This rest is blessed. This unseen work of divine order is blessed. I bless the good already given. Now let the gratitude become slower, like a soft prayer without effort. Thank you for this room. Thank you for this bed. Thank you for this breath. Thank you for this night. Thank you for the good already given. Thank you for infinite spirit. Thank you for divine supply. Thank you for the perfect way. Thank you for grace. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Feel how the heart changes when it says thank you. It stops standing at the locked door of absence. It begins to turn toward the open door of divine presence. It ceases to argue with what has not yet appeared and begins to recognize what has already been given. Gratitude opens the invisible door. The door may open first within you. The heart may soften. The breath may deepen. The body may feel safer. The mind may stop gripping the day. This inner opening is not small. It is the beginning of outer opening. The invisible door opens first in consciousness, and then life begins to answer in perfect ways. I see the gifts of infinite spirit. Now let gratitude cleanse the word before sleep. A grateful word is a clean word. It does not carry resentment. It does not carry panic. It does not carry accusation. It carries recognition. It says, I have been given good, and more good comes under grace. I bless the good already given. I give thanks for what is here. I give thanks for what is coming. I give thanks for what is hidden but moving. I give thanks for perfect ways. I give thanks for divine order. I give thanks for infinite spirit. What I bless is multiplied under grace. If the mind says, but there is still a problem, answer, I bless the good already given, and I place the problem under grace. If the mind says, but I do not have enough, answer, I see the gifts of infinite spirit, and divine supply increases in perfect ways. If the mind says, but I am afraid, answer, gratitude opens the invisible door. If the mind says, but I cannot feel thankful, answer, I begin with one small blessing. Begin small. Bless the breath, bless the bed, bless the roof, bless the night. Bless the fact that you can choose a new word before sleep. One small blessing may open a great door. Gratitude opens the invisible door. Now speak gently. I bless the good already given. Thankfulness prepares the way for increase. I see the gifts of infinite spirit. What I bless is multiplied under grace. Again, I bless the good already given. Thankfulness prepares the way for increase. I see the gifts of infinite spirit. What I bless is multiplied under grace. Now slower. I bless the good. I give thanks. I see divine gifts. What I bless is multiplied under grace. Let gratitude become the last mood of the heart, not anxiety. Let thankfulness be the fragrance of the room, not complaint. Let blessing lie beside you, not resentment. Let the night receive a grateful word, for a grateful word is a word of faith. The night receives my gratitude. The unseen receives my blessing. Divine order receives my trust. Infinite spirit receives my thanks. Life responds in perfect ways. I bless the good already given. Perhaps you may remember one good thing from the day. Let it be enough. Hold it gently. Bless it and release it. Perhaps it was a kind word. Perhaps it was a meal. Perhaps it was warmth. Perhaps it was the strength to continue. Perhaps it was a moment of quiet. Perhaps it was simply that you are here now, able to speak the word of faith. Bless it. I bless the good already given. Now remember another good thing, if it comes easily. Do not search with strain. Let it rise. Bless it. I bless the good already given. Now a third, perhaps very small. Bless it also. I bless the good already given. 3 blessings are enough to change the gate of sleep. The heart no longer enters the night empty-handed. It enters with flowers. It enters with gratitude. It enters with recognition. It enters saying, Infinite Spirit has been here. Infinite Spirit is here. Infinite Spirit goes before me. Thankfulness prepares the way for increase. Now give thanks for the good not yet visible. Thank you for the way opening. Thank you for the answer forming. Thank you for the supply moving. Thank you for the right door. Thank you for the right timing. Thank you for the right guidance. Thank you for the unseen good under grace. This gratitude is faith. It thanks before the hand receives because the heart knows divine order. It thanks before the eye sees because the soul trusts the invisible. It thanks before the door opens because the word has already been spoken under grace. Gratitude opens the invisible door. Now let the words become quiet enough for sleep. Gratitude opens the invisible door. I bless the good already given. Thankfulness prepares the way for increase. I see the gifts of infinite spirit. What I bless is multiplied under grace. Again, gratitude opens the invisible door. I bless the good already given. Thankfulness prepares the way for increase. I see the gifts of infinite spirit. What I bless is multiplied under grace. Now softer. Gratitude opens the door. I bless the good. Thankfulness prepares increase. I see divine gifts. What I bless is multiplied under grace. Let the body rest in gratitude now. Let the breath be thankful. Let the heart be thankful. Let the mind become simple. It does not need to solve everything while it is blessing. It does not need to fear while it is giving thanks. It does not need to chase tomorrow while it is recognizing the gifts of infinite spirit. I bless the good already given. The roof is blessed. The bed is blessed. The breath is blessed. The night is blessed. The unseen way is blessed. The coming good is blessed. The perfect door is blessed. The divine supply is blessed. All is blessed under grace. What I bless is multiplied under grace. And now, the invisible door is not forced. It opens by divine law. It opens to the heart that recognizes good. It opens to the word that blesses. It opens to the soul that ceases to curse the present and begins to thank infinite spirit for the hidden abundance already moving. Gratitude opens the invisible door. I bless the good already given. I see the gifts of infinite spirit. Thankfulness prepares the way for increase. What I bless is multiplied under grace. I sleep in gratitude. I sleep in faith. I sleep in divine supply. I sleep in peace. All is blessed. All is under grace. All is well. I speak my commands softly. Let this be the lesson of the night. I speak my commands softly. There is no need to lift the voice against the darkness. There is no need to force the heart into a feeling it does not yet hold. There is no need to repeat a phrase with anxious breath, as though infinite spirit were far away and must be reached by effort. The word of faith is not made powerful by noise. It is made powerful by agreement with divine law. Faith does not shout. Faith knows. Say that softly. Faith does not shout. Faith knows. Faith is quiet because it rests upon a truth greater than appearances. Fear shouts because it doubts the way. Fear repeats because it is uncertain. Fear strains because it believes the answer is outside divine order. But faith speaks with the calmness of one who knows the source. Faith does not need to disturb the night. Faith gives the word, places it under grace, and rests. I speak my command softly. Before sleep, the soul does not need a storm of words. It needs one clear word. It needs one faithful direction. It needs one sentence that can be carried inward without burdening the body. A long prayer filled with fear is not stronger than one gentle command spoken under grace. 1,000 anxious repetitions do not open the way as surely as one quiet word aligned with infinite spirit. My word is quiet, but it is powerful. Let this sentence settle deeply. My word is quiet, but it is powerful. A key is small, but it opens a door. A seed is small, but it carries a harvest. A lamp is quiet, but it changes the whole room. A letter is only paper and ink, yet it may cross distance and alter a life. So it is with the spoken word. It need not be loud to be living. It need not be dramatic to be received. It need not be heavy to be holy. My word is quiet, but it is powerful. Tonight, do not mistake force for faith. Do not mistake tension for devotion. Do not mistake strained feeling for spiritual authority. The word spoken under grace does not have to be pushed into the unseen. It goes forth because divine law receives it. It travels because the word of faith is a messenger. It works because infinite spirit is the source. I speak once in faith and rest. Say it very gently. I speak once in faith and rest. This is a deep release. The anxious mind wants to speak and then speak again from doubt. It wants to say the word and immediately ask whether it was enough. It wants to examine the heart and say, did I feel it strongly? Did I say it correctly? Did I repeat it enough times? But that is not faith. That is fear dressed in sacred language. I speak once in faith and rest. If the word is repeated, let it be repeated as peace, not panic. Let it be like the swinging of a gentle lamp, not the striking of a bell in alarm. Let it soothe the mind. Let it comfort the heart. Let it guide the body towards sleep. Do not use repetition to dig up the seed. Use it only to let the seed sink deeper. The spoken word goes forth under grace. Say it slowly. The spoken word goes forth under grace. It does not go forth alone. It goes under grace. It goes under divine order. It goes under the direction of infinite spirit. It is not a frightened word wandering through the dark. It is a blessed word, sealed by faith, sent by divine law, and received by the unseen. The spoken word goes forth under grace. Therefore I can release it. I can let it go. I can stop holding it with tight hands. I can stop forcing the way. I can stop commanding the night with fear. I can speak softly and sleep. I speak my command softly. What is the command? It may be simple. All is well. It may be this. Infinite Spirit knows the way. It may be this. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. It may be this. Divine order governs all. It may be this. My good comes to me under grace in perfect ways. It may be this: I sleep in faith. The command does not need to be complicated. Before sleep, the mind is not asking for a lecture, it is asking for direction. The heart is not asking for effort, it is asking for peace. The body is not asking for excitement, it is asking for release. I speak my command softly. Let the command come from peace. If peace feels distant, begin with willingness. If willingness feels small, bless it. A little willingness under grace is enough to open a door. Do not scold the heart because it cannot leap at once into perfect certainty. Take it by the hand, speak gently, lead it toward faith. Faith does not shout, faith knows. Faith knows that infinite spirit is present. Faith knows that divine order is active. Faith knows that the unseen receives the word spoken in stillness. Faith knows that the way can open without strain. Faith knows that the answer may begin before the eyes see it. Faith knows that the night can be trusted with a word under grace. My word is quiet, but it is powerful. Do not say, because I spoke softly, nothing happened. The quiet word is often the truest word. The greatest power is not always clothed in noise. The sun does not argue with the morning, it rises. The flower does not shout at the garden, it opens. The river does not force every stone, it continues. Divine law does not need noise to be law. My word is quiet, but it is powerful. Now speak to the night. Night, receive my word of faith. Silence, receive my command under grace. Unseen law, receive the word spoken in stillness. Divine order, arrange all things in perfect ways. Infinite spirit, guide the way I cannot see. All is well, now rest. I speak once in faith and rest. There is a time to speak and a time to stop speaking. The anxious mind fears silence because it thinks silence means nothing is happening. But silence is not emptiness. Silence is often the place where the word begins its hidden work. The seed does not make noise beneath the earth, yet it is alive. The letter does not shout while it travels, yet it is moving. The key does not speak while it turns, yet the door opens. The spoken word goes forth under grace. Once it has gone forth, let it go. Do not run behind it. Do not call it back with doubt. Do not cover it with worry. Do not ask the unseen every moment, are you working? Speak the word, and let divine order do what fear cannot do. I speak my commands softly. If the heart says, but I do not feel powerful, answer, my word is powerful under grace. If the mind says, but I did not speak loudly, answer, faith does not shout, faith knows. If worry says, say it again because you are afraid, answer, I speak once in faith and rest. If doubt says, perhaps nothing heard you, answer, the spoken word goes forth under grace. If fear says, you must force the feeling, answer, my word is quiet, but it is powerful. The command of faith is not a whip, it is not something you use against yourself, it is not a harsh decree that tightens the body. It is a peaceful direction given to the invisible. It is a word that opens, not a word that strikes. It is a word that blesses, not a word that battles. I speak my command softly. Now let us make the command clean. No fear, no strain, no hurry, no grasping, no argument, no pleading, only the word, only grace, only divine order, only faith. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. Say it gently. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. Again, if it comforts you, I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. Now let it rest. The word has gone forth. The night has received it. The unseen is not empty. Divine law is not asleep. Infinite spirit knows the perfect way. Faith does not shout. Faith knows. There is great peace in knowing that you do not have to awaken the universe by force. You do not have to pull open the invisible door with human tension. You do not have to make the command heavy enough to prove it is sincere. Sincerity can be soft. Authority can be gentle. Faith can be quiet. My word is quiet, but it is powerful. The old way may have taught you that struggle is proof of seriousness. But I tell you, spiritual seriousness is not the same as strain. A soul may be very serious and very peaceful. A word may be very powerful and very soft. A command may be very clear and still restful enough to carry into sleep. I speak once in faith and rest. Rest is part of the command. Rest says, I trust the law. Rest says, I do not need to hold the way together. Rest says, I have given the word, and infinite spirit receives it. Rest says, the burden is not mine after it has been cast. Rest says, the night is not for worry. It is for faith. I speak once in faith and rest. Now let the command be. All is well. Nothing more is needed. All is well. Let it be said as a blessing over the body. All is well. Let it be said as a blessing over the mind. All is well. Let it be said as a blessing over the heart. All is well. Let it be said as a blessing over tomorrow. All is well. Let it be said as a blessing over the unseen way. All is well. The spoken word goes forth under grace. A simple word may carry great faith. Do not despise simplicity. The soul, at the edge of sleep, often receives the simple word more deeply than the complicated one. A simple word can become a lamp. A simple word can become a key. A simple word can become a path through the night. All is well. Infinite Spirit knows the way. I sleep in faith. Life responds in perfect ways. These words do not tire the mind. They soothe it. They do not pull the body upward into effort. They allow it to descend into rest. They do not awaken the old argument. They close it gently. They do not demand proof before morning. They trust divine order. I speak my commands softly. Let the mouth be gentle. Let the tongue be gentle. Let the breath be gentle. Let even the inner voice be gentle. Some speak inwardly with hardness toward themselves. They say a prayer as though scolding the soul into belief. Do not do that. The soul opens more easily to love than to force. Speak kindly. Speak as though you are placing a child into safe sleep. Speak as though you are laying a flower upon still water. Speak as though you are lighting a lamp, not striking a stone. I speak my commands softly. Faith does not shout. Faith knows. If faith knows, it can whisper. If faith knows, it can rest. If faith knows, it can allow the body to sleep. If faith knows, it does not need to watch the door all night. If faith knows, it does not need to repeat from terror. If faith knows, it leaves the word in the care of grace. The spoken word goes forth under grace. Now let us practice the difference. Fear says loudly, "What if nothing changes?" Faith says softly, "Divine order is active now." Fear says loudly, "I cannot see the way." Faith says softly, "Infinite Spirit knows the way." Fear says loudly, "You must stay awake and worry." Faith says softly, "I sleep in peace." Fear says loudly, "The answer is far away." Faith says softly, "Life responds in perfect ways." Fear says loudly, "Say it again because you are frightened." Faith says softly, "I speak once in faith and rest." My word is quiet, but it is powerful. The quiet word is powerful because it is not divided. It is not fighting itself. It is not saying faith with the lips and fear with the heart. It is a word placed under grace. It says, even if my feeling is small, I choose faith. Even if my mind does not know the way, I choose infinite spirit. Even if the outer world has not yet changed, I choose divine order. My word is quiet, but it is powerful. Do not try to manufacture a feeling by force. Feeling is not made by strain. Feeling is invited by dwelling gently with the word. Speak the word, and let the heart become accustomed to it. Speak it softly, and allow the body to feel safe with it. Repeat it only as one waters a plant, not as one digs at the root. I speak my command softly. The command may be, I am guided, let it rest, I am guided. The command may be, I am supplied, let it rest, I am supplied. The command may be, I am safe in divine order, let it rest, I am safe in divine order. The command may be, all is under grace, let it rest, all is under grace. The spoken word goes forth under grace. When a word goes forth under grace, it is not your burden to carry it after it leaves your mouth. The word has a law, the word has a road, the word has a messenger, the word has divine order behind it. Your task is not to pursue it through the invisible. Your task is to bless it and rest. I speak once in faith and rest. This is why the night can become peaceful. The mind is no longer required to perform a great labor. The heart is no longer required to become excited. The body is no longer required to stay tense. The practice is simple. Speak softly. Speak clearly. Speak under grace. Release the word. Rest. I speak my command softly. Now speak the command over the whole night. This night is under grace. This sleep is under grace. This body is under grace. This mind is under grace. This heart is under grace. This path is under grace. This tomorrow is under grace. Life responds in perfect ways. Now rest. Faith does not shout. Faith knows. Let the words become slower. Faith does not shout. Faith knows. Faith does not force. Faith rests. Faith does not panic. Faith speaks under grace. Faith does not chase. Faith allows divine order. Faith does not beg. Faith declares quietly. Faith knows. My word is quiet, but it is powerful. Perhaps you have thought power must feel intense, but divine power often feels like peace. It feels like release after a long resistance. It feels like breath returning to the body. It feels like the mind no longer standing guard. It feels like the heart saying, I can sleep now. That peace is not weakness. It is a sign that the burden has been placed where it belongs. I speak once in faith and rest. Now let the command be one sentence. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. Again, I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. Again, softer. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. Now shorter. I speak under grace. Life responds. Perfect ways open. Again. I speak under grace. Life responds. Perfect ways open. Now softer still. Under grace. Life responds. Perfect ways. Do not pull the mind back into effort. Let the words become fewer. Let the silence around them become greater. The silence is not empty. The silence is receiving. The silence is holding the word. The silence is the holy room where the command is sealed. The spoken word goes forth under grace. There is no need to shout into a holy room. Speak softly. There is no need to knock violently upon an open door. Speak softly. There is no need to force the seed into growth. Speak softly. There is no need to keep waking the messenger. Speak softly. Faith does not shout. Faith knows. Now let this be said over every desire and every concern, over the burden. I speak softly under grace. Over the question, I speak softly under grace. Over the hope, I speak softly under grace. Over the money, I speak softly under grace. Over the body, I speak softly under grace. Over tomorrow, I speak softly under grace. Over the unseen, I speak softly under grace. Life responds in perfect ways. I speak my command softly. The command is not a cry. It is a decree under grace. The command is not a plea. It is a word of faith. The command is not anxiety. It is divine order spoken into stillness. The command is not force. It is truth remembered. The command is not noise. It is power at rest. My word is quiet, but it is powerful. Now release all effort to believe perfectly. Let the word itself teach the heart. Let the word itself carry you. Let the word itself make a path in the deeper mind. You do not need to pull yourself into faith by force. You may lean into faith gently. All is well. Lean there. Infinite Spirit knows the way. Lean there. I speak under grace. Lean there. Life responds in perfect ways. Lean there. I sleep in faith. Lean there. The spoken word goes forth under grace. Now the night receives the word, not the strained word, not the frightened word. The soft command, the quiet command, the faithful command, the word that does not disturb sleep but prepares it. I speak my command softly. I give the night a simple word. I give the unseen a peaceful direction. I give the deeper mind a faithful seed. I give divine order the final command. I speak once in faith and rest. Now the phrases may become a quiet rhythm. I speak my command softly. Faith does not shout. Faith knows. My word is quiet, but it is powerful. I speak once in faith and rest. The spoken word goes forth under grace. Again, I speak my command softly. Faith does not shout. Faith knows. My word is quiet, but it is powerful. I speak once in faith and rest. The spoken word goes forth under grace. Now slower. I speak softly. Faith knows. My word is quiet. My word is powerful. I speak and rest. The word goes forth under grace. Let the mind become still around this. Let the body feel no pressure to perform faith. Let the heart understand that softness is allowed. Let the breath carry the command like a gentle current. I speak softly. I speak faithfully. I speak under grace. I release the word. I rest. This is enough. The night does not ask for your strain. Infinite Spirit does not require your tension. Divine order does not need your noise. The spoken word under grace is enough. I speak my command softly. The command has been spoken. The word has gone forth. The law receives it. The unseen carries it. Divine order arranges it. Life responds in perfect ways, and I may sleep. Faith does not shout. Faith knows. My word is quiet, but it is powerful. I speak once in faith and rest. The spoken word goes forth under grace. All is well. All is under grace. All is moving in perfect ways. I sleep in peace. My word is my wand. Let this sentence become quiet within you tonight. My word is my wand. It is simple enough for a child to remember, and deep enough to open the hidden doors of life. The word is not an empty sound. The word is not a small breath lost in the air. The word is an instrument. It directs, it blesses, it releases, it calls, it opens, it clears the way before the feet can see the road. My word is my wand. Many have carried this wand without knowing it. They have used it in complaint and wondered why complaint returned. They have used it in fear and wondered why fear multiplied. They have used it in resentment and wondered why peace stood far away. They have used it to name themselves poor, tired, delayed, forgotten, and powerless, not knowing they were sending instructions into the unseen. But tonight, the wand is remembered. Tonight, the word is lifted differently. I lift my word toward divine order. Say it softly. I lift my word toward divine order. I do not throw my word into the night carelessly. I do not send my word toward fear. I do not send it toward lack. I do not send it toward confusion. I do not send it against myself. I lift my word toward divine order, and I let it agree with infinite spirit. My spoken word opens the way. Let that sentence rest like a key in the hand. My spoken word opens the way, not because I force the way, not because I command life from arrogance, not because the personal will is stronger than divine law. My spoken word opens the way because the word of faith agrees with the law of good. It places the mind in alignment with the answer. It names the door before the door is seen. It calls the road before the feet walk upon it. My spoken word opens the way. The frightened person says, "There is no way," and the door grows darker in consciousness. The faithful person says, "The perfect way opens under grace," and the heart becomes quiet enough to see what fear could not see. The word does not have to break the door. The right word becomes the key. My word is my wand. I do not speak against my good. Say it gently, as a vow of kindness toward yourself. I do not speak against my good. I do not say, "Nothing comes to me." I do not say, "Life does not answer me." I do not say, "I am always late." I do not say, "My good is impossible." I do not say, "There is no help." I do not say, "I am outside divine order." Those words are not harmless when they are repeated with feeling. They are little arrows sent against the very good you desire. I do not speak against my good. Instead, I speak for my good. I speak for my peace. I speak for my supply. I speak for my guidance. I speak for my healing. I speak for my right road. I speak for my perfect way. I speak for the divine plan. I speak the word, and the unseen responds. Let this be peaceful. I speak the word, and the unseen responds, not always with noise, not always with sudden outer display, not always in the form the mind expected. The unseen may respond first as peace. It may respond first as the quiet release of fear. It may respond first as a new thought at dawn. It may respond first as a closed door that protects you. It may respond first as a divine appointment, a right idea, a soft inner instruction, a person remembered, a letter written, a burden lifted. The unseen responds, "My word is my wand." When I say all is well, I lift the wand toward peace. When I say infinite spirit knows the way, I lift the wand toward guidance. When I say my good comes under grace, I lift the wand toward supply. When I say divine order governs all, I lift the wand toward harmony. When I say life responds in perfect ways, I lift the wand toward faith. My word is my wand. The wand is not meant to be used in panic. It is not meant to be waved wildly through the house of thought. It is not meant to strike yourself with blame. It is not meant to accuse life. It is not meant to curse the day, the body, the purse, the path, or the future. It is meant to bless. It is meant to direct. It is meant to call divine order into expression. I lift my word toward divine order. Tonight, let every word be lifted. If the mind wishes to say, "I cannot," lift it. Say, "Infinite Spirit can." If the mind wishes to say, "It is too late," lift it. Say, "Divine timing is perfect." If the mind wishes to say, "I am afraid," lift it. Say, "I am safe under grace." If the mind wishes to say, "There is no way," lift it. Say, "The perfect way opens." If the mind wishes to say, "Nothing changes," lift it. Say, "Divine order is active now." My spoken word opens the way. This is a spiritual tool so simple that the busy mind may overlook it. The mind often wants a complicated method because it believes difficulty is power. But infinite spirit often works through simple things. A seed is simple. A key is simple. A lamp is simple. A word is simple, yet each contains a hidden power when used rightly. My word is my wand. The word spoken before sleep is especially tender. It enters the deeper place. It passes beyond the argument of the day. It becomes a companion in the night. Therefore, let the wand be used softly before sleep. Let the word be clean. Let the word be short enough to rest in the heart. Let the word be faithful enough to replace fear. I do not speak against my good. This is one of the greatest acts of spiritual discipline, not to fight the world, but to stop fighting your own good with your speech, not to force circumstances, but to cease giving them fearful names, not to blame life, but to bless life under divine order. I do not speak against my good. I do not speak against my money. I do not speak against my body. I do not speak against my path. I do not speak against my work. I do not speak against my future. I do not speak against my sleep. I do not speak against the unseen answer. I speak the word of faith. I speak the word, and the unseen responds. The unseen is not empty. The unseen is the realm where the word is received before it becomes visible. The road is formed there before the feet find it. The door is opened there before the hand reaches it. The meeting is arranged there before the bodies meet. The answer begins there before the letter arrives. The supply is known there before the purse shows it. I speak the word, and the unseen responds. So what shall I speak tonight? I speak peace. I speak grace. I speak divine order. I speak perfect ways. I speak the word of faith. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. My word is my wand. Let that sentence return again and again, gently, like a bell heard from a distance. My word is my wand. I lift my word toward divine order. My spoken word opens the way. I do not speak against my good. I speak the word, and the unseen responds. Again, my word is my wand. I lift my word toward divine order. My spoken word opens the way. I do not speak against my good. I speak the word, and the unseen responds, now softer. My word is my wand. I lift it toward order. My word opens the way. I bless my good. The unseen responds. There is no need to become tense around the word. The wand is not a burden. It is a gift. The teaching is not given so that you may fear every passing thought. It is given so that you may choose the ruling word. Thoughts may pass like birds across the evening sky, but the chosen word is the lamp you keep burning in the window. My word is my wand. The old habit may still try to speak. Do not despair. Simply choose again. If the old phrase rises, replace it. If fear begins to name the night, rename it. If worry tries to give a command, cancel it. If resentment tries to sit beside the bed, bless and release it. The wand is in your hand now. I lift my word toward divine order. The word can cleanse. The word can say, every word of fear is withdrawn. The word can release. The word can say, I cast this burden upon infinite spirit, and I go free. The word can bless. The word can say, I bless the good already given. The word can call. The word can say, my good comes under grace in perfect ways. The word can rest. The word can say, all is well. My spoken word opens the way. Perhaps the way appears closed, because it has been named closed too often. Perhaps the good appears delayed, because delay has been given too much authority. Perhaps the heart feels poor, because it has heard too many poor words. Tonight, do not condemn the past. Simply speak the new word. I do not speak against my good. My good is under grace. My good is guided by infinite spirit. My good knows the perfect way. My good cannot be lost if it belongs to me by divine right. My good comes in divine timing. My good blesses all concerned. My spoken word opens the way. Let the word opens become restful. The door need not be struck. The road need not be forced. The channel need not be dragged into place. The word opens by agreement with divine law. Like a key turning quietly in a lock, the right word opens the right door at the right time. My spoken word opens the way. Now speak to the night. Night, I bless you. Night, receive my word of faith. Night, carry my word inward. Night, hold my sleep in peace. Night, open under grace. Night, become a gate of divine order. I speak the word, and the unseen responds. The unseen responds to the word that is steady. It responds to the word that is blessed. It responds to the word that is not cancelled by immediate fear. Therefore, after speaking the word, rest. Do not dig it up. Do not question it. Do not follow it with worry. Speak, and let the unseen receive. My word is my wand. I speak once in faith and rest. I speak softly and rest. I speak under grace and rest. I speak divine order and rest. I speak perfect ways and rest. The unseen responds while I rest. This is why the word must not be careless, not because divine law is cruel, but because divine law is faithful. It receives the repeated word. It receives the accepted name. It receives the feeling held in stillness. Therefore, I do not give it fear tonight. I give it faith. I lift my word toward divine order. If I have spoken against myself, I bless myself free. If I have spoken against my good, I bless my good free. If I have spoken against my future, I bless my future free. If I have spoken against my supply, I bless my supply free. If I have spoken against my path, I bless my path free. The old word is withdrawn, the new word is spoken. My word is my wand. Now the wand points toward grace. The wand points toward peace. The wand points toward supply. The wand points toward healing. The wand points toward guidance. The wand points toward divine order. The wand points toward perfect ways. My spoken word opens the way. There is dignity in this. You are not a victim of every outer appearance. You are not helpless before the day's noise. You are not required to repeat what fear has told you. You may choose the word. You may bless where you once complained. You may release where you once clung. You may declare where you once begged. You may sleep where you once worried. I do not speak against my good. The world may invite you to speak against it. A delay may invite you to speak against it. A small amount may invite you to speak against it. A difficult conversation may invite you to speak against it. A closed door may invite you to speak against it. But you may refuse the invitation. I do not speak against my good. I speak for divine order. I speak for the perfect way. I speak for the unseen answer. I speak for the hidden good. I speak for grace. I speak the word, and the unseen responds. Let us make the word very clear before sleep. All is well. This opens peace. Infinite Spirit knows the way. This opens guidance. My good comes under grace. This opens supply. Divine order governs all. This opens harmony. Life responds in perfect ways. This opens trust. My word is my wand. This opens remembrance. Now choose one. Let it be simple. Let it be calm. Let it be a phrase the heart can carry without effort. All is well. Or, Infinite Spirit knows the way. Or, I speak under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. Or, my word is my wand. Or, divine order governs all. One word of faith is enough to begin the turning. My word is my wand. The wand is not the source. Infinite Spirit is the source. The word is the instrument. Divine law is the movement. Grace is the way. The spoken word aligns the heart with what Infinite Spirit is already willing to give. It does not force God. It agrees with God. It does not control life from fear. It orders consciousness in faith. I lift my word toward divine order. This keeps the word pure. I do not lift it toward selfish will. I do not lift it toward harm. I do not lift it toward taking another's good. I do not lift it toward forcing one channel. I lift it toward divine order, and divine order blesses all concerned. My spoken word opens the way. If the word is under grace, the way is perfect. If the word is under grace, the channel is selected. If the word is under grace, the timing is right. If the word is under grace, my good harms no one. If the word is under grace, peace accompanies the answer. I speak the word, and the unseen responds. Now let the heart become less afraid of its own power. Some people fear the word because they have used it in fear. But the answer is not silence. The answer is right speech. Do not refuse the wand because once it was pointed in the wrong direction. Lift it now toward divine order. My word is my wand. I may have said, I am afraid, but now I say, I am safe in divine order. I may have said, I cannot, but now I say, Infinite Spirit works through me. I may have said nothing changes, but now I say, divine order is active now. I may have said there is no way, but now I say, the perfect way opens. I may have said I am forgotten, but now I say, Infinite Spirit knows my name. I do not speak against my good. The spoken word can call back peace. It can call back courage. It can call back expectancy. It can call back the feeling of being guided. It can call back the remembrance of divine supply. It can call back the soul from the far country of fear. My spoken word opens the way. Now let the word become very slow. My word is my wand. I lift my word toward divine order. My spoken word opens the way. I do not speak against my good. I speak the word, and the unseen responds. Again, my word is my wand. I lift my word toward divine order. My spoken word opens the way. I do not speak against my good. I speak the word, and the unseen responds. Now softer. My word is my wand. I lift it toward order. My word opens the way. I bless my good. The unseen responds. There is nothing more to force in this moment. The teaching is simple. The word is the tool. Faith is the spirit behind it. Grace is the protection around it. Divine order is the law that receives it. Infinite Spirit is the source. My word is my wand. Before sleep, use the wand only to bless. Bless the night. Bless the body. Bless the mind. Bless the heart. Bless the path. Bless the unanswered question. Bless the unseen way. Bless tomorrow before it arrives. Bless the good already given. Bless the good that is coming under grace. I lift my word toward divine order. Now speak as though placing the whole night beneath a divine seal. This night is blessed. This sleep is blessed. This mind is blessed. This body is blessed. This heart is blessed. This path is blessed. This good is blessed. This unseen answer is blessed. This life is under divine order. My spoken word opens the way. If the mind tries to return to fear, do not follow it. Lift the word again. My word is my wand. If the heart tries to repeat the old story, do not condemn it. Lift the word again. I do not speak against my good. If the body feels tense, speak gently over it. All is well. If the night feels uncertain, speak gently into it. Divine order governs all. If tomorrow feels hidden, speak gently over it. Infinite Spirit knows the way. I speak the word, and the unseen responds. The response may be already moving. Do not demand to see it tonight. The word often travels before the visible sign appears. The messenger may already be on the road. The door may already be opening in divine mind. The perfect answer may already be arranging itself beneath the surface. I speak the word, and the unseen responds. Now rest in this law. It is not a noisy law. It is not an anxious law. It is not a law of strain. It is quiet, faithful, and exact. The word is spoken, the unseen receives. Divine order responds. Perfect ways open. Infinite Spirit knows the way. My word is my wand. Let the rhythm continue, softer and softer. My word is my wand. My word is my wand. My word is my wand. I lift my word toward divine order. I lift my word toward divine order. I lift my word toward divine order. My spoken word opens the way. My spoken word opens the way. My spoken word opens the way. I do not speak against my good. I do not speak against my good. I do not speak against my good. I speak the word, and the unseen responds. I speak the word, and the unseen responds. I speak the word, and the unseen responds. Now let the repetition fade into peace. My word is my wand. Divine order receives it. The way opens. My good is blessed. The unseen responds. I sleep in faith. All is well. All is under grace. All is moving in perfect ways. The universe responds to divine order. Let this be understood in the quietest and purest way. The universe responds to divine order. I do not say this as though the universe were your source. I do not say this as though the stars, the sky, the earth, or the outer world must be worshipped. I do not say this to make you bow before a vastness outside yourself, as though you were small and forgotten beneath it. No. Infinite Spirit is the source. Infinite Spirit is the living supply. Infinite Spirit is the intelligence behind all right movement, all right timing, all right doors, all right answers, and all right ways. The universe responds to divine order because life responds to divine law. Infinite Spirit is the source. Say it softly. Infinite Spirit is the source, not fear, not circumstance, not one person, not one letter, not one office, not one door, not money, not chance, not the visible world. Infinite Spirit is the source. The source is not uncertain. The source is not late. The source is not poor. The source is not confused. The source is not dependent upon the appearances that trouble the mind before sleep. Infinite Spirit is the source, and because Infinite Spirit is the source, I may rest. I may stop treating every outer sign as final. I may stop believing that one closed door has power over divine supply. I may stop thinking that one delay has authority over divine timing. I may stop sending fear into the night. I may speak the word under grace and allow divine order to respond. Life answers the word spoken under grace. Let that sentence become a lamp in the mind. Life answers the word spoken under grace, not the word shouted in fear, not the word repeated with desperation, not the word that tries to force another soul, not the word that demands one narrow road, not the word that forgets the source and worships the channel. Life answers the word spoken under grace, because that word agrees with divine law. Life answers the word spoken under grace. When the word is under grace, it is clean. When the word is under grace, it harms no one. When the word is under grace, it does not strain. When the word is under grace, it does not bind the good to one person or one path. When the word is under grace, it is released into the intelligence of Infinite Spirit. The universe responds to divine order. The visible world may seem slow to answer, but the invisible moves first. The outer door may appear shut, while the inner door is opening. The letter may not yet have arrived, while the answer is already forming. The road may not yet be seen, while the way is already prepared in divine mind. The hand may not yet hold the supply, while the channel is being divinely selected. The invisible moves before the visible appears. Say it gently. The invisible moves before the visible appears. This is why I do not demand proof tonight. The seed does not show its harvest the moment it is placed in the earth. The letter does not reach its destination the moment it is sealed. The dawn is prepared before the eyes see the light. The answer is often moving before the mind can name the form. The invisible moves before the visible appears. Therefore I sleep in faith. I do not say nothing is happening, because I do not see it. I do not say the way is closed, because I cannot yet find it. I do not say life does not answer, because the answer is still in the unseen. I do not say I am forgotten, because infinite spirit knows my name. Divine law responds to faith. Let that sentence be quiet and strong. Divine law responds to faith. Divine law does not respond to panic as faith. It does not respond to complaint as trust. It does not respond to resentment as love. It does not respond to fear as divine order. The law is faithful to the quality of the word, the direction of the heart, the name given to life. When I name fear, I call fear. When I name lack, I call lack. When I name divine order, I call order. When I name grace, I call perfect ways. Divine law responds to faith. This does not make the soul anxious, it sets the soul free. For if the old word has been fear, the new word may be faith. If the old word has been lack, the new word may be supply. If the old word has been confusion, the new word may be divine order. If the old word has been there is no way, the new word may be infinite spirit knows the perfect way. The universe responds to divine order. The whole of life is more orderly than fear understands. Fear sees fragments. Divine order sees the pattern. Fear sees one closed gate. Divine order sees the secret door. Fear sees delay. Divine order sees timing. Fear sees loss. Divine order sees substitution and restoration. Fear sees only the visible. Divine order governs the invisible before the visible appears. Infinite spirit is the source. Life answers the word spoken under grace. The invisible moves before the visible appears. Divine law responds to faith. Now let these truths move slowly through the body. They are not meant to excite the mind. They are meant to quiet it. The body may lie down in peace because it is no longer being asked to govern the universe. The mind may rest because it is no longer being asked to arrange every channel. The heart may soften because it is no longer being asked to carry tomorrow in fear. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. This is the true meaning of the universe responding. Not that I command from pride, not that I force the outer world to obey my personal will, not that I worship some distant power beyond infinite spirit. The true meaning is that when my word agrees with divine law, my life begins to come into divine order. The visible begins to answer the invisible. The outer begins to reflect the inner word of faith. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. When I speak fear, I am out of harmony with peace. When I speak lack, I am out of harmony with supply. When I speak resentment, I am out of harmony with love. But when I speak under grace, I come into harmony with infinite spirit. Then life can answer through ways I did not see. Then the right door may open. Then the right person may appear. Then the right thought may come. Then the right action may be shown. Life answers the word spoken under grace. If the word is all is well, the heart begins to look for wellness. If the word is infinite spirit knows the way, the mind stops worshipping confusion. If the word is divine order governs all, the soul ceases to bow before disorder. If the word is my good comes under grace, the body relaxes its grasp. If the word is life responds in perfect ways, the night receives faith instead of fear. The universe responds to divine order. Do not try to understand the whole mechanism tonight. The flower does not understand all the sun, yet it opens. The river does not explain the law of its movement, yet it flows. The bird does not study the whole sky before it flies. Life is filled with hidden law. Divine law is not less faithful because the human mind cannot trace every step. The invisible moves before the visible appears. That is enough for sleep. The invisible moves before the visible appears. The answer may be moving now. The channel may be forming now. The door may be opening now. The word may be working now. The burden may be dissolving now. The guidance may be preparing now. The road may be clearing now. All under grace, all in perfect ways. Divine law responds to faith. Now let us place this over the night. Night, you are under divine order. Sleep, you are under divine order. Mind, you are under divine order. Heart, you are under divine order. Body, you are under divine order. Tomorrow, you are under divine order. Unseen way, you are under divine order. Life, you respond to divine order. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. There is a great rest in knowing the source. When the source is known, the soul does not worship the channel. When the source is known, the soul does not fear the channel. When the source is known, the soul does not cling to one visible door. When the source is known, the soul can speak the word and release the method. Infinite Spirit is the source. The channel is not the source. The door is not the source. The purse is not the source. The person is not the source. The world is not the source. Infinite Spirit is the source. The universe responds to divine order because all right channels are held within divine intelligence. The visible world is not separate from law. It is moved by law. The outer road is not separate from the inner command. It begins to answer the inner command when that command is spoken in faith and held under grace. Life answers the word spoken under grace. Now withdraw the idea that you must force the universe to respond. Force is not faith. Force is fear trying to wear a crown. Faith does not force. Faith speaks. Faith blesses. Faith releases. Faith rests. Faith knows that divine law is already present and that infinite spirit does not need to be awakened by anxiety. Divine law responds to faith. So tonight, speak faith. Speak softly. Speak simply. Speak under grace. Speak what you would have life answer in perfect ways. All is well. Infinite Spirit knows the way. Divine order governs all. My word is my wand. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. The invisible moves before the visible appears. If the mind asks, where is the proof? Answer, the invisible moves first. If the mind asks, why can I not see the answer? Answer, the seed is working beneath the earth. If the mind asks, how will it come? Answer, infinite spirit knows the perfect way. If the mind asks, will life answer? Answer, life answers the word spoken under grace. If the mind asks, what must I do now? Answer, speak faith, release fear, and rest. The universe responds to divine order. Now let the words become less like instruction and more like rest. The universe responds to divine order. Infinite Spirit is the source. Life answers the word spoken under grace. The invisible moves before the visible appears. Divine law responds to faith. Again, the universe responds to divine order. Infinite Spirit is the source. Life answers the word spoken under grace. The invisible moves before the visible appears. Divine law responds to faith. Now softer. Life responds to divine order. Infinite Spirit is the source. My word is under grace. The invisible moves first. Faith is answered. Let the heart remain there. Faith is answered, not always by the road fear would choose, not always at the hour impatience demands, not always through the visible channel the mind has watched, but faith is answered under grace. Faith is answered through perfect ways. Faith is answered by divine order. Divine law responds to faith. The visible world begins to change first in consciousness. A mind filled with fear sees fear everywhere. A mind filled with divine order begins to recognize order. A heart filled with resentment meets closed doors in feeling. A heart filled with blessing begins to pass through life differently. The same road may appear changed when the inner word has changed. When the word changes, the world begins to change. When the word rises, the path rises. When the word blesses, the atmosphere blesses. When the word releases, the burden loosens. When the word trusts, the way opens. Life answers the word spoken under grace. This is not a promise of noise and spectacle. Divine order often begins quietly. A thought arrives, a fear leaves, a new peace remains, a small opportunity appears, a person speaks at the right time, a letter comes, a door once ignored becomes visible, a simple action is shown, a long tension softens. These are answers, these are movements, these are signs that the unseen is not idle. The invisible moves before the visible appears. Do not despise the quiet beginning. Do not say only peace came, as though peace were small. Do not say only an idea came, as though ideas are not doors. Do not say only courage came, as though courage cannot open a road. Do not say only sleep came, as though sleep under grace is not restoration. The invisible moves before the visible appears. Tonight, the invisible receives your word. Let the word be worthy of the night. Let the word be kind. Let the word be faithful. Let the word be under grace. Let the word agree with infinite spirit. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. Now rest the mind from trying to make everything happen. There is a great burden in trying to command life from the little self, but there is no burden in aligning the word with divine law. It is a relief. It is a return. It is the soul saying, I will no longer speak against the law of good. I will no longer name fear as final. I will speak divine order, and I will rest. Divine law responds to faith. Faith is not loud. Faith is not hurried. Faith is not strained. Faith is not proud. Faith is not frightened. Faith is steady. Faith is quiet. Faith is under grace. Faith speaks and rests. The universe responds to divine order. Think of the old phrase, the universe, as the great movement of life under divine law. Think of every visible thing as capable of being brought into order by the invisible law of spirit. Think of your word as the wand that aligns you with that order. Think of sleep as the gate where the final word is received. Tonight, I do not send disorder into the night. I send divine order. I do not send fear into the night. I send faith. I do not send complaint into the night. I send blessing. I do not send confusion into the night. I send the word spoken under grace. Life answers the word spoken under grace. Now speak it. Life answers my word of faith. Life answers under grace. Life answers through perfect ways. Life answers by divine order. Life answers because infinite spirit is the source. Again, life answers my word of faith. Life answers under grace. Life answers through perfect ways. Life answers by divine order. Life answers because infinite spirit is the source. Now softer. Life answers faith. Grace governs. Order moves. The source is infinite spirit. All is well. There is no need to make this more difficult. The truth is simple. The word is simple. The law is simple. Fear complicates. Faith simplifies. Fear invents 10,000 conditions. Faith says infinite spirit knows the way. Fear watches the visible and trembles. Faith knows the invisible moves first. The invisible moves before the visible appears. Now let this truth pass over every area of life. Over money, the invisible moves before the visible appears. Over health, the invisible moves before the visible appears. Over work, the invisible moves before the visible appears. Over love, the invisible moves before the visible appears. Over guidance, the invisible moves before the visible appears. Over tomorrow, the invisible moves before the visible appears. Over every hidden answer, the invisible moves before the visible appears. Divine law responds to faith. Therefore, I do not wait until the visible changes before I speak faith. I speak faith, and the visible follows in divine order. I do not wait until the door opens before I bless the door. I bless the door, and divine law opens the right one. I do not wait until the path is clear before I say, I am guided. I say, I am guided, and the path clears in perfect ways. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. Let the body rest in this law. It is not your body's work to carry the answer. It is not your shoulders' work to hold up tomorrow. It is not your hands' work to control every channel tonight. Your part is to speak the word, release fear, and rest in divine order. The universe responds to divine order. Infinite spirit is the source. Life answers the word spoken under grace. The invisible moves before the visible appears. Divine law responds to faith. Now, more slowly, life responds to order. Spirit is the source. My word is under grace. The unseen moves first. Faith is answered. Again, life responds to order. Spirit is the source. My word is under grace. The unseen moves first. Faith is answered. The old thought may say, but I called before and did not see. Answer, I call now under grace, and I do not dictate the channel. The old thought may say, but I am weary. Answer, then sleep. Divine order works while I rest. The old thought may say, but I cannot control the universe. Answer, I am not asked to control. I am asked to speak faith under grace. Infinite spirit is the source. This is your safety. The source is not uncertain. The source is not exhausted. The source is not trapped behind one event. The source does not depend upon the moods of people or the limits of one door. Infinite spirit is the source, and every right channel is merely a servant of that source. Life answers the words spoken under grace. If you speak blessing, blessing has a road. If you speak order, order has a road. If you speak supply, supply has a road. If you speak peace, peace has a road. If you speak forgiveness, freedom has a road. If you speak faith, the answer has a road. Divine supply knows the road. Divine order knows the road. Infinite spirit knows the road. The invisible moves before the visible appears. Now let the room be still around this thought. The outer world may sleep. The streets may be quiet. The lamp may be low, the day may be closed, but divine order does not cease. The unseen does not become empty. The word spoken in faith does not vanish. It enters the law and is carried in perfect ways. Divine law responds to faith. I speak faith. I release fear. I bless the night. I trust the source. I allow divine order. I sleep under grace. Life responds in perfect ways. This is the whole teaching. Safe, simple, and true. Infinite Spirit is first. Divine order governs. The word is the wand. Grace protects the way. The invisible moves first. The visible follows in perfect timing. The universe responds to divine order. Infinite Spirit is the source. Life answers the words spoken under grace. The invisible moves before the visible appears. Divine law responds to faith. Again, gently, the universe responds to divine order. Infinite Spirit is the source. Life answers the words spoken under grace. The invisible moves before the visible appears. Divine law responds to faith. Now softer still. Life responds. Spirit is the source. The word is under grace. The unseen moves. Faith is answered. Let this be the peace you carry towards sleep. You do not need to control the universe. You do not need to force the visible. You do not need to know the channel. You do not need to demand proof tonight. You only need to speak the word under grace and rest in divine order. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. The source is infinite spirit. The law is divine order. The way is grace. The response is perfect. The night is peaceful. All is under grace. All is moving in divine order. All is well. I do not beg life to bless me. Let this sentence restore dignity to the soul tonight. I do not beg life to bless me. I do not stand before life as a beggar at a locked gate. I do not kneel before circumstances as though circumstances were my master. I do not plead with the world as though the world were my source. I do not ask fear for permission to receive my good. I do not wait for chance to remember my name. I do not beg life to bless me. Infinite Spirit is the source. Divine order is the law. Grace is the way. My word is my wand. Therefore, I do not plead from desperation. I declare from faith. I do not cry out as one abandoned. I speak as one remembered by infinite spirit. I do not ask life to pity me. I place my good under grace, and let divine law respond. I declare my good under grace. Say it softly. I declare my good under grace, not with pride, not with noise, not with arrogance, not with the hard voice of the personal will. I declare my good under grace with quiet authority, because what is mine by divine right cannot be lost, withheld, or denied by appearances. I declare my good under grace because my good harms no one. I declare my good under grace because infinite spirit knows the perfect way. I declare my good under grace. The heart must learn the difference between begging and declaring. Begging says, perhaps there is no good for me. Declaring says, my good is established in divine mind. Begging says, life is closed against me. Declaring says, the right door opens under grace. Begging says, I am outside divine order. Declaring says, I am within divine order now. I am not outside divine order. Let that sentence comfort every place where the heart has felt small. I am not outside divine order. I am not outside the good of God. I am not outside divine supply. I am not outside guidance. I am not outside love. I am not outside the law of right action. I am not outside the way that is being prepared. I am not outside the answer because I cannot see it yet. I am not outside the blessing because one door has not opened. I am not outside divine order. The mind may have believed it was outside because an answer delayed. The heart may have believed it was outside because a person was silent. The body may have believed it was outside because the day was hard. The purse may have seemed to say, you are outside supply. But appearances are not final law. Infinite spirit is final. Divine order is final. Grace is final. I speak as one supplied by infinite spirit. Say it gently. I speak as one supplied by infinite spirit. This is not pretending. It is taking the right spiritual position. I speak not from the empty appearance, but from the living source. I speak not from the fear of the moment, but from the truth of divine supply. I speak not from the small door before me, but from the infinite ways known to spirit. I speak as one supplied by infinite spirit. When I speak as one supplied, my word changes. It is no longer a trembling request. It is no longer a complaint hidden inside a prayer. It is no longer a desperate attempt to persuade life. It becomes clear. It becomes calm. It becomes faithful. It becomes the word spoken under grace. My good answers the word of faith. Let that sentence rest in the room. My good answers the word of faith, not the word of fear, not the word of resentment, not the word of self-pity, not the word that says, nothing ever comes to me. My good answers the word of faith. It answers the word that calls it by its true name. It answers the word spoken under grace. It answers the word that does not injure another, does not force a channel, does not worship the visible world. My good answers the word of faith. Therefore, tonight, I stop begging at the doors of appearance. I stop begging one person to become my source. I stop begging one circumstance to give me peace. I stop begging one channel to carry all the weight of my good. I bless every channel, but I do not worship it. I bless every door, but I do not make it God. I bless every road, but I do not call it the only way. The channel is not the source. Infinite Spirit is the source. I speak as one supplied by Infinite Spirit. A beggar waits outside. A child of Infinite Spirit speaks from within. A beggar says, "May I have a little?" Faith says, "My divine good comes to me under grace in perfect ways." A beggar says, "If this door does not open, I am lost." Faith says, "The right door opens under grace." A beggar says, "Life has forgotten me." Faith says, "Divine supply knows my name." I do not beg life to bless me. I bless life. I bless the door. I bless the road. I bless the channel. I bless the unseen answer. I bless the good already moving. I bless the perfect way. I declare my good under grace. There is great peace in this. The soul no longer bends beneath circumstances. It does not become proud, but it becomes upright. It no longer trembles before the visible. It no longer says, "What shall I do if life does not answer?" It says, "Life answers the word spoken under grace. I am not outside divine order. The night must receive this new position." Do not carry the begging voice into sleep. Do not lie down as one excluded from good. Do not sleep as one asking the darkness whether you are worthy. Do not bring the old tone of desperation to the pillow. Lay it down. It was never your true voice. Your true voice is faith. Your true voice is calm. Your true voice is under grace. Your true voice says, "I speak as one supplied by Infinite Spirit." Again. I speak as one supplied by Infinite Spirit. Again, softer. I speak as one supplied by Infinite Spirit. When this becomes the inner tone, sleep itself changes. The body no longer rests beneath the weight of pleading. The mind no longer circles one door. The heart no longer feels like a stranger in the house of divine good. You sleep as one who belongs to divine order. You sleep as one whose word is a wand. You sleep as one whose good is already known to Infinite Spirit. My good answers the word of faith. Now let the old pleading sentences be withdrawn. The sentence, "Please let something happen," is withdrawn. The sentence, "I hope life remembers me," is withdrawn. The sentence, "I do not know if my good can come," is withdrawn. The sentence, "Everything depends on this one door," is withdrawn. The sentence, "I am outside the blessing," is withdrawn. I do not beg life to bless me. I declare my good under grace. The new sentence is stronger and softer at the same time. My good comes under grace in perfect ways. That is enough. My good comes under grace in perfect ways. Again, my good comes under grace in perfect ways. This is not begging. This is declaring. This is not forcing. This is placing the matter under divine law. This is not arrogance. This is confidence in Infinite Spirit. This is not the personal will striking the door. This is the word of faith turning the key. I declare my good under grace. Declare peace over the night. This night is under grace. Declare order over the mind. My mind is under divine order. Declare rest over the body. My body rests in peace. Declare guidance over tomorrow. Tomorrow is guided by Infinite Spirit. Declare supply over the need. My supply comes under grace in perfect ways. Declare release over the burden. I cast this burden upon Infinite Spirit, and I go free. My good answers the word of faith. A beggar asks from the belief of separation. Faith declares from the awareness of unity with Infinite Spirit. A beggar sees the visible world as the source. Faith sees Infinite Spirit as the source. A beggar fears the door. Faith trusts the law behind the door. A beggar repeats need. Faith declares supply. I speak as one supplied by Infinite Spirit. Let this phrase teach the voice. Even the inner voice must learn to speak differently. It must stop whispering defeat. It must stop calling itself helpless. It must stop asking life for crumbs. It must stop standing outside its own good. It must speak as one supplied. I speak as one supplied by Infinite Spirit, not because every visible sign has appeared, not because every question has been answered, not because one channel has proven itself, not because the human mind knows the way, because Infinite Spirit is the source, because divine order is the law, because grace is the way, because my word is my wand, because life answers the words spoken under grace. I am not outside divine order. Now place this over every place where you have felt outside. If you have felt outside supply, say, I am not outside divine supply. If you have felt outside love, say, I am not outside divine love. If you have felt outside guidance, say, I am not outside infinite intelligence. If you have felt outside opportunity, say, I am not outside divine appointment. If you have felt outside peace, say, I am not outside divine order. If you have felt outside the answer, say, the answer is already moving under grace. I am not outside divine order. This is a great correction. The soul has often looked at the outer picture and judged itself excluded. But the outer picture is never the whole. Divine law works from within outward, from the unseen to the seen, from the word to the form, from consciousness to circumstance. My good answers the word of faith. So speak the word of faith, not the word of pleading, not the word of panic, not the word of complaint, not the word of defeat, the word of faith. All is well. Infinite Spirit knows the way. My good comes under grace. Divine order governs all. Life responds in perfect ways. I speak as one supplied by Infinite Spirit. The old tone of begging may return at times. If it does, do not condemn yourself. Simply lift the word. If you hear yourself pleading inwardly, bless that frightened place and give it a higher sentence. If you feel small before life, remind yourself, I am not outside divine order. If you feel desperate before one door, remind yourself, the channel is not the source. I do not beg life to bless me. I declare my good under grace. This declaration is calm. It is like a lamp in the window. It does not shout for the traveler. It shines. It is like a key in the lock. It does not strike the door. It turns. It is like a sealed letter given to a faithful messenger. It does not run behind the messenger. It trusts the road. I declare my good under grace. My good is divinely selected. My good harms no one. My good comes through perfect ways. My good is clean. My good is right. My good is peaceful. My good is under divine order. My good answers the word of faith. Now speak over the night as one supplied. I do not beg the night to give me peace. I declare this night under grace. I do not beg tomorrow to be kind. I declare tomorrow under divine order. I do not beg the unseen to hear me. I speak the word, and the unseen responds. I do not beg life to remember me. Infinite Spirit knows my name. I do not beg for my good. My good comes under grace in perfect ways. I speak as one supplied by Infinite Spirit. The difference is subtle, but it is mighty. The same words may carry fear or faith. Let my good come can be a cry of fear, or it can be a peaceful command under grace. The heart determines the tone. The source determines the supply. Grace determines the way. Speak with peace. Speak with dignity. Speak with faith. Speak under grace. I declare my good under grace. Now let every strange channel be released. A begging heart clings to one road. A declaring heart releases the road to Infinite Spirit. A begging heart says, it must be this way. A declaring heart says, this or something better, under grace, in perfect ways. A begging heart grows anxious when one answer delays. A declaring heart trusts that divine order is never late. I am not outside divine order. I am not outside the perfect way. I am not outside the answer. I am not outside the blessing. I am not outside the secret door. I am not outside divine supply. Infinite Spirit is my source. My good answers the word of faith. Now the night becomes a place of authority, but not hardness. True spiritual authority is gentle because it is not trying to prove itself. It knows. It rests. It does not quarrel with appearances. It names the truth and lets divine law respond. Faith does not shout. Faith knows. I do not beg life to bless me. I declare my good under grace. I speak as one supplied by Infinite Spirit. I am not outside divine order. My good answers the word of faith. Again, I do not beg life to bless me. I declare my good under grace. I speak as one supplied by Infinite Spirit. I am not outside divine order. My good answers the word of faith. Now softer. I do not beg. I declare under grace. I speak as one supplied. I am in divine order. My good answers faith. Let the heart rest in that. It does not need to become loud. It does not need to become forceful. It does not need to become proud. It only needs to stop bowing to fear. I do not beg life to bless me. Blessing is already the nature of Infinite Spirit. Supply is already present in divine mind. Guidance is already appointed under grace. The soul is not begging a reluctant power. The soul is agreeing with divine law. I declare my good under grace. My word is my wand. My spoken word opens the way. I do not speak against my good. I speak the word, and the unseen responds. My good answers the word of faith. Now let the body feel less small. Let the chest soften. Let the hands open. Let the breath become slower. The body has perhaps held the posture of pleading, tight, uncertain, braced against life. Let it now learn the posture of faith. Rest as one supplied. Breathe as one supplied. Sleep as one supplied. Speak as one supplied. I speak as one supplied by infinite spirit. This does not mean you know every outer answer tonight. It means you know the source. It does not mean you can explain every channel. It means you trust divine order. It does not mean you have seen the whole road. It means you have stopped calling yourself lost. I am not outside divine order. Say it again. I am not outside divine order. Again, softer. I am not outside divine order. There is no need to knock desperately at the door of life. The right door opens under grace. There is no need to beg the world to arrange itself. Divine order is already the true arrangement. There is no need to plead with tomorrow. Tomorrow is already in the care of infinite spirit. I do not beg life to bless me. I bless life. I bless this night. I bless this body. I bless this path. I bless this unseen way. I bless this good. I bless this coming answer. I bless divine order. I declare my good under grace. Now let the declaration be simple enough for sleep. My good comes under grace. Again, my good comes under grace. Again, softer. My good comes under grace. Now add the way. My good comes under grace in perfect ways. Again, my good comes under grace in perfect ways. Again, softer. My good comes under grace in perfect ways. That is the word of faith. My good answers the word of faith. The night receives it. The unseen receives it. The deeper mind receives it. Divine order receives it. Life begins to answer in perfect ways. You need not watch. You need not strain. You need not beg. I speak as one supplied by infinite spirit. Now let all pleading fall away. No pleading in the mind. No pleading in the heart. No pleading before money. No pleading before love. No pleading before opportunity. No pleading before tomorrow. No pleading before life. Only the word of faith. Only the declaration under grace. Only the quiet authority of divine order. I am not outside divine order. The whole matter is within divine order. The unanswered question is within divine order. The hidden road is within divine order. The coming good is within divine order. The night is within divine order. The sleep is within divine order. The word is within divine order. My good answers the word of faith. Let the phrases become slower now. I do not beg life to bless me. I declare my good under grace. I speak as one supplied by infinite spirit. I am not outside divine order. My good answers the word of faith. Again, I do not beg life to bless me. I declare my good under grace. I speak as one supplied by infinite spirit. I am not outside divine order. My good answers the word of faith. Now softer. I do not beg. I declare under grace. I am supplied. I am in divine order. My good answers faith. Let this be the inner tone as sleep draws nearer. Not small, not desperate, not proud, not tense. Calm, supplied, guided, under grace, held in divine order. I speak as one supplied by infinite spirit. The door is not my source. The channel is not my source. The world is not my source. Fear is not my master. Infinite spirit is the source. Divine order is the law. Grace is the way. My word is my wand. My good answers the word of faith. Now rest. The begging has ended. The declaration has been made. The burden is cast. The channel is released. The good is under grace. The soul is not outside. The soul is within divine order. I do not beg life to bless me. I declare my good under grace. I speak as one supplied by infinite spirit. I am not outside divine order. My good answers the word of faith. All is under grace. All is moving in perfect ways. All is well. The unseen receives the seed of my word. Let this sentence become very still within you tonight. The unseen receives the seed of my word. Before sleep, the soul becomes like a field in the hush of evening. The day has passed over it with footsteps, with voices, with burdens, with duties, with small victories, with small wounds, with questions answered and questions still waiting. But now the field is quiet, the outer labor is done, the tools of the day are laid aside. The night descends like a soft covering over the earth of consciousness, and into this quiet field a seed is placed. The unseen receives the seed of my word. Every word spoken before sleep plants something. This is why I ask you to become gentle and wise with the final word. Do not plant fear and then ask why the heart wakes troubled. Do not plant resentment and then ask why peace does not blossom. Do not plant lack and then wonder why the mind searches for absence. The unseen is faithful. The hidden law receives what is given. So tonight, I plant faith before I sleep. Say it softly. I plant faith before I sleep, not fear, not complaint, not the story of what went wrong, not the old belief that nothing changes, not the weary sentence, there is no way. Tonight, I plant faith. I place one clean word into the unseen. I give the night a seed worthy of divine order. I place my spoken word under grace and allow the hidden law to work while I rest. I plant faith before I sleep. A seed is small. Do not despise it because it is small. A seed may be held in the palm, yet within it is a tree, a flower, a harvest, a garden not yet visible. The eye sees only the smallness. Divine law sees the pattern within it. So it is with the word of faith. It may be only one sentence. It may be only a whisper. It may be only, all is well. But if it is spoken under grace, it is not empty. My word grows under grace. Let this be peaceful. My word grows under grace. I do not need to pull it upward. I do not need to watch it every moment. I do not need to command the soil with fear. I do not need to dig beneath the surface to ask whether the seed has begun. The hidden law knows its work. The seed knows its pattern. Divine order knows the hour of unfolding. My word grows under grace. This is where many disturb their own good. They speak a word of faith, and then they turn back with anxiety. They plant the seed and then dig it up with worry. They say, all is well, and then immediately ask, but what if it is not? They say, Infinite Spirit knows the way, and then spend the night searching for the way with fear. They say, my good comes under grace, and then wonder whether the good has heard them. I do not dig up the seed with worry. Say it gently, as a promise to the night. I do not dig up the seed with worry. Worry is a little spade in the hands of fear. It goes into the soil again and again. It says, let me see if faith is working. It says, let me check if the seed is alive. It says, let me disturb the hidden place to make sure something is happening. But the seed cannot be helped by being torn from the soil. The word of faith cannot be helped by being followed by doubt. I do not dig up the seed with worry. I plant the word. I bless the word. I place it under grace. I let it remain in the unseen. I rest. The hidden law works while I rest. Let that sentence bring relief to the body. The hidden law works while I rest. The body does not need to remain tense to prove that faith is active. The mind does not need to stay awake as a guard over the seed. The heart does not need to tremble beside the field. Divine law does not stop because the eyes close. Infinite Spirit is not absent because the body sleeps. The hidden law works while I rest. This is the sacred use of sleep. Sleep is not emptiness. Sleep is not abandonment. Sleep is not a forgetting of the word. Sleep is the quiet hour in which the seed is left undisturbed. The conscious mind lays down its tools, and the deeper law receives the command. The hands rest, but divine order moves. The eyes close, but infinite intelligence sees the way. I plant faith before I sleep. Now choose the seed carefully. The seed may be, all is well. It may be, Infinite Spirit knows the way. It may be, my word is my wand. It may be, I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. It may be, my good comes to me under grace. It may be, divine order governs all. Choose one seed. Do not scatter too many words in fear. The night does not require confusion. The heart does not need a basket overflowing with anxious phrases. One true seed is enough. One faithful sentence placed deeply is better than many restless words thrown upon the surface. The unseen receives the seed of my word. If the seed is fear, fear has been planted. If the seed is faith, faith has been planted. If the seed is complaint, complaint has been planted. If the seed is blessing, blessing has been planted. The field does not scold the sower, it simply receives. Therefore, sow wisely and kindly. I plant faith before I sleep. Perhaps today you planted some fear without knowing it. Do not condemn yourself. You may plant again. The night is generous. Grace is present. The old seed of fear may be withdrawn by a new command. The old word may be cancelled by the words spoken under grace. The field of consciousness can receive a new seed tonight. Every word of fear is withdrawn. I no longer send fear into the night. I plant faith before I sleep. The hidden law works while I rest. Let the old sentence be removed from the soil. I cannot is withdrawn. It is too late is withdrawn. Nothing changes is withdrawn. I am afraid is withdrawn. There is no way is withdrawn. I am forgotten is withdrawn. Now place the new seed. Infinite Spirit works through me. Divine timing is perfect. Divine order is active now. I am safe under grace. The perfect way opens. Infinite Spirit knows my name. My word grows under grace. There is peace in this planting. You need not hurry. You need not force belief. You need not make the heart bloom at once. A seed does not become a flower by panic. It becomes what it is by law. The word of faith does not need the violence of strain. It needs the quiet of acceptance. The unseen receives the seed of my word. Let the room become like a garden at night. Let the breath be the evening air. Let the body be the earth resting. Let the heart be the place where the seed is laid. Let the word be small, bright and living. Let grace cover it. Let divine order keep it. Let infinite spirit know the harvest. I plant faith before I sleep. Now plant peace. All is well. Do not dig it up. All is well. Let it remain. All is well. Let it sink. All is well. Now plant guidance. Infinite spirit knows the way. Do not dig it up. Infinite spirit knows the way. Let it remain. Infinite spirit knows the way. Let it sink. Infinite spirit knows the way. Now plant divine order. Divine order governs all. Do not dig it up. Divine order governs all. Let it remain. Divine order governs all. Let it sink. Divine order governs all. My word grows under grace. The mind may say, but how will it grow? The seed does not answer by explaining. It grows by law. The mind may say, when will it grow? The seed does not answer by the clock of fear. It unfolds in its appointed season. The mind may say, where will the harvest come from? The seed does not know anxiety. It carries its pattern and trusts the earth. The hidden law works while I rest. This is why rest is not idleness. When it follows the word of faith, rest is agreement. Rest is the refusal to disturb the seed. Rest is saying, I have spoken under grace. I will not contradict my word with fear. Rest is the night's protection around the planted word. I do not dig up the seed with worry. If a worried thought returns, answer gently. The seed is under grace. If fear asks for proof, answer. The hidden law works while I rest. If the mind asks whether the word was enough, answer. My word grows under grace. If the heart says, I am tired, answer, then sleep. The seed does not need your strain. I plant faith before I sleep. The night is fertile when the word is clear. The stillness gives the seed a quiet place. The absence of outer noise allows the word to settle deeper. The body's surrender helps the mind release its resistance. Sleep carries the word into hidden chambers where the old commands have lived too long. There, the new word begins to make its own road. The unseen receives the seed of my word. Therefore, I will not give the unseen a thorn and ask for roses. I will not plant the nettles of complaint and ask for a garden of peace. I will not plant the cold seed of lack and ask for the harvest of divine supply. I will not plant fear and ask for freedom. I plant faith before I sleep. I plant peace. I plant grace. I plant divine order. I plant perfect ways. I plant blessing. I plant trust. I plant the word of infinite spirit. My word grows under grace. There is a hidden movement in every true word. You may not see it. You may not hear it. You may not know how it travels. But the spoken word under grace is not lost. It enters the unseen and begins to work according to divine law. The visible is often the last to know what the invisible has already begun. The hidden law works while I rest. Now let this truth cover every concern. If the concern is money, plant faith. Divine supply is present now. Do not dig it up. If the concern is health, plant faith. Infinite life flows through me under grace. Do not dig it up. If the concern is work, plant faith. My perfect service is revealed in perfect ways. Do not dig it up. If the concern is love, plant faith. Divine love governs all concerned. Do not dig it up. If the concern is guidance, plant faith. Infinite intelligence shows me the right way. Do not dig it up. If the concern is tomorrow, plant faith. Tomorrow is under divine order. Do not dig it up. My word grows under grace. Let this become slow now. My word grows under grace, not by force, not by fear, not by constant watching, not by anxious repetition, by grace, by divine order, by hidden law, by faith. My word grows under grace. A gardener who plants at evening does not sit all night tearing open the earth. The gardener trusts the seed, the soil, the season, the rain, the light that will come. Be as wise with your word. Plant it, bless it, leave it. Let the night do its holy work. Let infinite spirit govern what the human mind cannot trace. I do not dig up the seed with worry. Worry may try to disguise itself as responsibility. It may say, if I do not think about it, I am neglecting it. But faith says, if I have placed it under grace, I am trusting the highest care. Worry may say, if I sleep, nothing will be done. But faith says, the hidden law works while I rest. Worry may say, keep looking. Faith says, let the seed remain. The hidden law works while I rest. This is a sentence for the tired soul. The hidden law works while I rest. This is a sentence for the mind that has tried to do too much. The hidden law works while I rest. This is a sentence for the heart that has confused fear with love. The hidden law works while I rest. This is a sentence for the body that longs to sleep. The hidden law works while I rest. Now let all unfinished matters become seeds placed under grace. This unfinished matter is under grace. This unanswered question is under grace. This delayed good is under grace. This concern is under grace. This desire is under grace. This path is under grace. This night is under grace. My word grows under grace. The seed of faith does not always break the ground in the manner expected. Sometimes the first shoot is peace. Sometimes the first shoot is courage. Sometimes the first shoot is a new idea. Sometimes the first shoot is the desire to forgive. Sometimes the first shoot is a restful sleep after many troubled nights. Do not reject the first sign because it is small. Bless it. It is life. What I bless is multiplied under grace. Bless the small peace. Bless the little courage. Bless the quiet thought. Bless the first open door. Bless the delay that becomes protection. Bless the answer that arrives in another form. Bless the hidden growth. My word grows under grace. The unseen receives the seed of my word. Now choose again the central seed for this night. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. Place it gently. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. Do not dig it up. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. Let it remain. I speak the word under grace, and life responds in perfect ways. Let it sink. Life responds in perfect ways. The word is planted. The word is blessed. The word is under grace. The hidden law works while I rest. There is nothing more to add in fear. Fear loves to add sentences. It says, but what about this? And but what about that? And but suppose tomorrow. Each fearful addition scatters the seed. Do not follow fear into a field of confusion. Return to the one seed. All is well. Return again. All is well. Return again. All is well. I plant faith before I sleep. The night does not need an argument. The night needs a word. The unseen does not need a lecture. The unseen receives the seed. The soul does not need to solve the whole path. The soul needs to place the seed under grace and rest. The unseen receives the seed of my word. Now plant blessing over the day. I bless the day that has passed. I bless what I understood. I bless what I did not understand. I bless what came. I bless what did not come. I bless what opened. I bless what remained hidden. I bless all concerned. I release the day under grace. This is planting faith, not fear. Now plant blessing over the night. I bless this night. I bless this sleep. I bless this stillness. I bless this body. I bless this mind. I bless this heart. I bless this unseen work of divine order. This is planting faith, not fear. Now plant blessing over tomorrow. Tomorrow is blessed. Tomorrow is guided. Tomorrow is supplied. Tomorrow is under divine order. Tomorrow answers the word of faith. Tomorrow opens in perfect ways. This is planting faith, not fear. My word grows under grace. Let the mind become accustomed to hidden growth. Not everything that is real announces itself at once. Roots are hidden. Foundations are hidden. The forming child is hidden before birth. The idea is hidden before the act. The answer is hidden before the sign. So do not call a thing absent because it is hidden. The hidden place is often the place of preparation. The invisible moves before the visible appears. The hidden law works while I rest. This is why sleep may be entered with reverence. You are not abandoning your life. You are placing it under higher care. You are not leaving your desire unattended. You are planting it in the unseen under grace. You are not doing nothing. You are ceasing to do the wrong thing. You are ceasing to worry. You are ceasing to contradict the seed. You are allowing divine order. I do not dig up the seed with worry. Now let the phrase become a soft correction whenever anxiety rises. I do not dig up the seed. If the mind goes back to the problem, I do not dig up the seed. If the heart begins to tremble, I do not dig up the seed. If tomorrow calls too loudly, I do not dig up the seed. If fear asks for another hour, I do not dig up the seed. If doubt questions the word, I do not dig up the seed. The seed is under grace. The word is under grace. The way is under grace. My word grows under grace. Perhaps tonight your seed is peace. Then say, peace is planted in me under grace. Perhaps tonight your seed is supply. Then say, divine supply is planted in my consciousness under grace. Perhaps tonight your seed is guidance. Then say, the right way is planted in my mind under grace. Perhaps tonight your seed is healing. Then say, infinite life is planted in my body under grace. Perhaps tonight your seed is release. Then say, freedom is planted in my heart under grace. Let the word be simple, but let it be faithful. I plant faith before I sleep. The unseen receives the seed of my word. Again, the unseen receives the seed of my word. I plant faith before I sleep. I do not dig up the seed with worry. The hidden law works while I rest. My word grows under grace. Again slower. The unseen receives my word. I plant faith. I do not dig it up. The hidden law works. My word grows under grace. Now softer. The unseen receives. Faith is planted. Worry is released. The law works. Grace grows the word. Let the body rest in the field of this truth. Let the mind stop walking back and forth across the soil. Let the heart stop asking if the seed is alive. The seed is under grace. The word is under grace. The night is under grace. My word grows under grace. There is a holy patience in this. Patience is not delay. Patience is faith without disturbance. Patience is the gardener of the soul. It knows that the seed has its season. It knows that the invisible has its work. It knows that a word under grace cannot be lost. The hidden law works while I rest. Now allow the word to go deeper than effort. All is well. Let it sink. All is well. Let it sink deeper. All is well. Now release. Infinite Spirit knows the way. Let it sink. Infinite Spirit knows the way. Let it sink deeper. Infinite Spirit knows the way. Now release. Divine order governs all. Let it sink. Divine order governs all. Let it sink deeper. Divine order governs all. Now release. Life responds in perfect ways. Let it sink. Life responds in perfect ways. Let it sink deeper. Life responds in perfect ways. Now release. I plant faith before I sleep. No fear is planted. No lack is planted. No resentment is planted. No complaint is planted. No hopelessness is planted. Faith is planted. Grace is planted. Peace is planted. Divine order is planted. Perfect ways are planted. My word grows under grace. The night now has a seed to keep. The unseen has a word to receive. The deeper mind has a faithful instruction. The body has permission to rest. The heart has permission to stop guarding the soil. The mind has permission to cease its digging. I do not dig up the seed with worry. The seed is safe in the unseen. The word is safe under grace. The answer is safe in divine order. The way is safe in infinite spirit. My good is safe in perfect timing. The hidden law works while I rest. Now the teaching becomes rest itself. The unseen receives the seed of my word. I plant faith before I sleep. I do not dig up the seed with worry. The hidden law works while I rest. My word grows under grace. Again, the unseen receives the seed of my word. I plant faith before I sleep. I do not dig up the seed with worry. The hidden law works while I rest. My word grows under grace. Now softer. The unseen receives. Faith is planted. Worry is gone. The law works. Grace grows my word. Let that be enough. One seed is enough. One word is enough. One faithful command is enough. One sentence under grace is enough. The night receives it. The unseen holds it. Divine order governs it. Infinite Spirit knows its harvest. I plant faith before I sleep. The seed is planted. The seed is blessed. The seed is not disturbed. The seed is under grace. The hidden law works while I rest. And all is well. I speak the word, and life responds. Let this be the closing sound in the heart tonight. I speak the word, and life responds. The word has been spoken. The day has been released. The burden has been cast. The fear has been withdrawn. The good has been blessed. The night has received the final command, and there is nothing more to force, nothing more to carry, nothing more to solve in this sacred hour. I speak the word, and life responds, not with noise, not with haste, not always in the way the mind had planned. Life responds under grace. Life responds through divine order. Life responds through perfect ways. Life responds through the quiet movement of infinite spirit, before the eyes can see, before the hand can touch, before the outer door has fully opened. My word is my wand. Say it softly now, as though placing the wand beside the bed. My word is my wand. I do not use it against myself. I do not use it to repeat fear. I do not use it to name lack. I do not use it to hold the old story in place. I use it to bless. I use it to release. I use it to declare divine order. I use it to give the night a faithful command. My word is my wand. The wand has been lifted. The word has been spoken. The unseen has received it. The seed has been planted. The door has opened under grace. The soul has passed from worry into divine peace. Now rest. I speak the word, and life responds. Divine supply knows the way. Let that sentence bring comfort to every place in the mind that still wishes to know how. Divine supply knows the way. You do not need to know every channel tonight. You do not need to trace every road. You do not need to open every door with your human hand. Divine supply knows the way. Infinite Spirit knows the way. Divine order knows the way. Grace knows the way. The right good knows the road to the right heart at the right time. Divine supply knows the way. If the mind asks, through whom will it come? Answer softly. Divine supply knows the way. If the heart asks, when will it come? Answer softly. Divine timing is perfect. If fear asks, what if it does not come? Answer softly. My good answers the word of faith. If worry asks, what must I do now? Answer softly. I sleep, and infinite spirit moves. I sleep, and infinite spirit moves. Let this be the permission the body has been waiting for. I sleep, and infinite spirit moves. The body may rest, the mind may quiet, the heart may soften, the hands may open, the eyes may close. The burden is no longer held by human tension. The unanswered question is no longer guarded by fear. The matter is under grace. The word has gone forth. The hidden law works while you rest. I sleep, and infinite spirit moves. Not because I abandon my good, but because I entrust it. Not because I am helpless, but because I am guided. Not because nothing is happening, but because the invisible moves before the visible appears. Not because I have forgotten, but because infinite spirit remembers all that concerns me. I speak the word, and life responds. Now let the word be simple. All is well. Again. All is well. Again softer. All is well. Let it fall over the body like a quiet covering. All is well. Let it rest upon the mind. All is well. Let it bless the heart. All is well. Let it stand at the door of tomorrow. All is well. Let it move into the unseen. All is well. All is under grace. Say it slowly. All is under grace. The day is under grace. The night is under grace. The burden is under grace. The question is under grace. The desire is under grace. The path is under grace. The door is under grace. The answer is under grace. The sleep is under grace. The morning is under grace. All is under grace. There is nothing outside divine order. There is nothing too tangled for infinite intelligence. There is nothing too delayed for divine timing. There is nothing too hidden for the light of spirit. There is nothing too heavy to be cast upon infinite spirit. All is under grace. All is supplied. Let that sentence enter quietly, without effort. All is supplied. Not by one channel, not by one person, not by one narrow road, not by the visible alone. All is supplied by infinite spirit, through perfect ways, under grace. What is needed is known. What belongs by divine right is not lost. What must come, comes. What must go, goes. What must open, opens. What must be shown, is shown. All is supplied. The mind may not yet see the full supply, but divine supply is present. The hand may not yet hold the full answer, but the answer is moving. The road may not yet be visible, but the road is known. The door may not yet appear open, but the right door opens under grace. All is supplied. I sleep in peace. Say it softly. I sleep in peace. I do not sleep in fear. I do not sleep in complaint. I do not sleep in resentment. I do not sleep in lack. I do not sleep in the old command. I sleep in peace. I sleep in faith. I sleep in divine order. I sleep under grace. I sleep in peace. The night is no longer a place for worry. The night is a sacred gate. The word is the key. The door has opened. I have passed from worry into divine peace. The lamp is low. The room is quiet. The heart is blessed. The burden is cast. The word is spoken. I speak the word, and life responds again. I speak the word, and life responds again softer. I speak the word, and life responds. Life responds in peace. Life responds in divine order. Life responds through perfect ways. Life responds under grace. Life responds because divine law receives the word of faith. Life responds. My word is my wand. Again. My word is my wand. Again softer. My word is my wand. The wand blesses the night. The wand blesses the sleep. The wand blesses the body. The wand blesses the mind. The wand blesses the heart. The wand blesses the path. The wand blesses the unseen way. The wand blesses the coming good. My word is my wand. I bless this night. I bless this sleep. I bless this body. I bless this mind. I bless this heart. I bless this life. I bless this unseen answer. I bless this perfect way. All is under grace. Divine supply knows the way. Again. Divine supply knows the way. Again. Softer. Divine supply knows the way. It knows the road through the dark. It knows the door beyond the wall. It knows the messenger already on the way. It knows the letter before it is written. It knows the right appointment before the hour is seen. It knows the channel before the mind can name it. Divine supply knows the way. Therefore, I do not watch the door in fear. I do not dig up the seed. I do not run after the messenger. I do not hold the word with anxious hands. I speak the word. I place it under grace, and I rest. I sleep, and infinite spirit moves. Again. I sleep, and infinite spirit moves. Again, softer. I sleep, and infinite spirit moves. While I sleep, fear loses its command. While I sleep, the burden remains cast. While I sleep, the word remains planted. While I sleep, divine order remains active. While I sleep, the unseen continues its holy work. While I sleep, infinite spirit knows the way. I sleep, and infinite spirit moves. All is well. All is under grace. All is supplied. I sleep in peace. Let these words become slower now. All is well. All is under grace. All is supplied. I sleep in peace. Again. All is well. All is under grace. All is supplied. I sleep in peace. Now softer. All is well, under grace. All is supplied. I sleep in peace. There is no new teaching needed now. The teaching has become the word has become the prayer has become the rest has become faith. I speak the word, and life responds. The day is gone now, the night is here now, the burden is not in your hands now, the future is not ruled by fear now, the old words are withdrawn now, the new word is spoken now. Divine order receives it now. I speak the word, and life responds. Do not look backward into the day, it has been released. Do not lean forward into tomorrow, it is under grace. Do not search the darkness for proof, the invisible moves first. Do not ask the body to remain tense, it may rest. Do not ask the heart to keep watch. Infinite Spirit watches over the way. I sleep, and Infinite Spirit moves. Again, like a whisper. I sleep, and Infinite Spirit moves. The hand opens, the breath softens, the mind quiets, the heart releases, the body rests. The word remains. The word remains under grace. The word remains in divine order. The word remains alive. My word is my wand. The wand has spoken peace. The wand has spoken supply. The wand has spoken guidance. The wand has spoken release. The wand has spoken blessing. The wand has spoken divine order. The wand has spoken perfect ways. Now the wand rests. My word is my wand. I speak the word, and life responds. All is well. All is under grace. All is supplied. I sleep in peace. Let the phrase all is well become like a quiet lamp at the window. All is well. The lamp does not argue with the night. It simply shines. All is well. The lamp does not chase the road. It simply shines. All is well. The lamp does not force the traveler. It simply shines. All is well. The word of faith is that lamp. All is well. Let it shine softly. All is well. Let it shine in the mind. All is well. Let it shine in the heart. All is well. Let it shine in the unseen. All is well. All is under grace. There is nothing to fear in what has been placed under grace. There is nothing to carry in what has been cast upon Infinite Spirit. There is nothing to force in what belongs to divine order. There is nothing to chase in what comes by divine right. There is nothing to hold in fear when the word of faith has been spoken. All is under grace. All is supplied. The supply of peace is here. The supply of rest is here. The supply of guidance is here. The supply of strength is here. The supply of divine love is here. The supply of right action is here. The supply of perfect ways is here. All is supplied, perhaps not in the form the mind expected, perhaps not through the channel the eye watched, perhaps not in the hour fear demanded, but supplied under grace, supplied by Infinite Spirit, supplied through divine order, supplied in perfect ways. All is supplied. I sleep in peace. The word is spoken. The word is blessed. The word is under grace. The word is received. The word is enough. I sleep in peace. The door is opened. The path is known. The burden is cast. The answer is moving. The good is on its way. I sleep in peace. I speak the word, and life responds. Again, I speak the word, and life responds. Now softer. I speak. Life responds. Again, I speak. Life responds. Now quieter. The word is spoken. Life responds. The word is under grace. Life responds. The word is faith. Life responds. The word is peace. Life responds. The word is divine order. Life responds. My word is my wand. Again, my word is my wand. Now softer. My word is my wand. The wand is quiet now. The wand rests now. The word remains now. The unseen receives now. Divine order moves now. Infinite Spirit knows now. All is well. Divine supply knows the way. Again, divine supply knows the way. Now softer. Supply knows the way. Grace knows the way. Order knows the way. Spirit knows the way. There is no need to know more tonight. Divine supply knows the way. I sleep, and Infinite Spirit moves. Again, I sleep, and Infinite Spirit moves. Now softer. I sleep. Spirit moves. I rest. Spirit moves. I release. Spirit moves. I trust. Spirit moves. I sleep in peace. Let the words become fewer, and let the silence become deeper. All is well. All is under grace. All is supplied. I sleep in peace. Again, all is well. All is under grace. All is supplied. I sleep in peace. Now softer. All is well. Under grace. Supplied. Peace. Again, all is well. Under grace. Supplied. Peace. Let the silence after the word be trusted. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is the room where the word rests. Silence is the garden where the seed is covered. Silence is the road where the messenger travels. Silence is the holy place where Infinite Spirit works without the interference of fear. I speak the word, and life responds. The response is already in divine order. The response is already under grace. The response is already moving in perfect ways. I do not need to see it tonight. I do not need to prove it tonight. I do not need to force it tonight. I may sleep. I sleep, and Infinite Spirit moves. Let the body be told once more, you may sleep. Let the mind be told once more, you may rest. Let the heart be told once more, you may trust. Let the burden be told once more, you are cast upon infinite spirit. Let the night be told once more, you receive faith. Let tomorrow be told once more, you are under grace. All is well. All is under grace. All is supplied. I sleep in peace. There is no mistake in resting after the word is spoken. Rest is faith in stillness. Rest is the soul refusing to dig up the seed. Rest is the heart saying divine order is enough. Rest is the mind saying, I do not need to rule the night. Rest is the body saying, infinite spirit moves while I sleep. I sleep and infinite spirit moves. Again softer. I sleep and infinite spirit moves. Now let the whole script of the night close into one simple truth. I speak the word, and life responds. My word is my wand. Divine supply knows the way. I sleep and infinite spirit moves. All is well. All is under grace. All is supplied. I sleep in peace. Again. I speak the word, and life responds. My word is my wand. Divine supply knows the way. I sleep, and infinite spirit moves. All is well. All is under grace. All is supplied. I sleep in peace. Now slower. I speak the word. Life responds. My word is my wand. Supply knows the way. I sleep. Spirit moves. All is well. All is under grace. All is supplied. I sleep in peace. Now softer. The word is spoken. Life responds. The wand rests. Supply knows. Spirit moves. All is well. Under grace. Supplied. Peace. Let peace remain where thought once hurried. Let grace remain where fear once spoke. Let supply remain where lack once named itself. Let divine order remain where confusion once stood. Let the word remain where worry once repeated. I speak the word, and life responds. There is no need to open the eyes of the mind now. There is no need to return to the day. There is no need to question the unseen. The final command has been given. It is not fear. It is not lack. It is not resentment. It is not confusion. The final command is faith. All is well. The final command is grace. All is under grace. The final command is supply. All is supplied. The final command is peace. I sleep in peace. The lamp of the day is lowered now. The lamp of faith remains. Its flame is small, steady, and sufficient. It does not ask you to stare at it. It does not ask you to keep watch over it. It simply burns quietly in the window of consciousness. All is well. The door is closed upon fear. All is under grace. The door is open to divine order. All is supplied. The road is known to infinite spirit. I sleep in peace. Now rest in the final loop of the word. I speak the word, and life responds. I speak the word, and life responds. I speak the word, and life responds. My word is my wand. My word is my wand. My word is my wand. Divine supply knows the way. Divine supply knows the way. Divine supply knows the way. I sleep, and infinite spirit moves. I sleep, and infinite spirit moves. I sleep, and infinite spirit moves. All is well. All is well. All is well. All is under grace. All is under grace. All is under grace. All is supplied. All is supplied. All is supplied. I sleep in peace. I sleep in peace. I sleep in peace. Now let the words become even softer. Life responds. The word is spoken. The way is known. Spirit moves. All is well. Under grace. Supplied. Peace. Again. Life responds. The word is spoken. The way is known. Spirit moves. All is well. Under grace. Supplied. Peace. And again, like the last light of the lamp, life responds. The word is spoken. The way is known. Spirit moves. All is well. Under grace. Supplied. Peace. The night receives you now. The unseen receives the word now. Infinite spirit knows the way now. Divine supply knows the way now. The hidden law works while you rest now. All is well now. All is under grace now. All is supplied now. You may sleep now. I speak the word, and life responds. My word is my wand. Divine supply knows the way. I sleep, and infinite spirit moves. All is well. All is under grace. All is supplied. I sleep in peace. All is well. All is under grace. All is supplied. I sleep in peace. All is well. All is under grace. All is supplied. I sleep in peace.